Hello, everybody, and welcome to Marky Gaming. Today, I am quite glad to be back with you all after last night of murdering people. I murdered Rachel in our Sepulchre game, which is a lot of fun. And today, we're back for another session of Beacon's Aura, continuing on the story there. This is session 99. We will be
murder
doing
more people,
and we'll see if I murder more people. Yeah, let's see.
No.
So that's why we're here. And there's some coughs that you might hear throughout the
sorry.
just to warn everybody. But let's go to our player introduction so we can get into today's session. So we'll start off with Rachel. Take it away.
Hi, I am Rachel, also known as Pip400art over on Instagram and Twitter. I like to do art, and I usually will do streaming on Mondays, 3:30 CST. I will work on art stuff. I'm thinking I'll stream still. I've been sick all week. I've been okay enough to stream, so I'm feeling like I probably will. But if there's a chance, I'm like, I don't know, then I might not. But we'll see. Tentatively, yes. I'll be there tomorrow. In this game, I play Karis. She is a 17-year-old shadow sorcerer, level 15, and we're gonna have some trauma today. So just
hopefully not.
When
it's already
fantasy meets
happened.
real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how today's session goes. We'll see. Might be a little emotional.
More like was traumatized last session.
Yeah.
I'll more succinctly put it.
Okay.
But let's pass it on down to Kelly.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I play Raya, the level 15 rogue, arcane trickster rogue, which came in handy last week when I was able to hide in my little hidey hole. And I have hope for today. I think that we don't know for sure what's going on, so I'm going in hopeful. And also, look at my shirt. Iron Fist hoodie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I interject and also show mine because I forgot
you
to
can show
it.
yours.
So it's no, it's not backwards in this.
It's
so
not backwards?
read this, guys.
You gotta stand up a little bit more.
Okay, it's
No,
a
I get-
slow
oh, yeah.
scroll.
Yes.
43 is the year.
Yeah. We're
So
going. I bet
good.
we're going next year.
In a couple days, they're
After
gonna
the
go on
holidays.
Orb World.
Yeah.
Vacation.
What you have started has now become a theme shirt. It's amazing.
Good
There
work,
you go.
Fringe.
It looks like you buy this from Disney World. Like Kelly got it custom for me, and I love it so much.
It's my
So
birthday
good.
present. Yeah. Oh yeah, Rachel, how was your birthday?
It was really nice.
Besides
Everyone-
having COVID.
Yeah, besides getting COVID for my birthday. It's funny too because
Happy
on Tuesday
birthday.
I was only feeling a little sick and I had a really good day. Like I felt so loved. It was a really good day. And I was bragging to everyone in Lit's game. I usually my birthdays are awful and I have like a curse, but I think we broke the curse this year, guys. And I was just like going on and on about how we broke the curse. And then flash forward 2 days later to realizing I had COVID and all my plans for the rest of the week were shot. Like, never mind. I
Great
did not
time.
make the
Tech
birthday
issues,
curse.
like you were sharing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I spoke
Also,
too soon.
Also, you dodging COVID for almost 2 years, then randomly getting it on your birthday was funny. And not
It's
funny,
very-
like haha, but like
crazy.
you know.
It's very on brand. I feel like.
Yeah, I'm glad that you seem like you're mostly better though, and
Yeah,
not
no, I
very
feel a lot
sick.
better today.
Not
Yeah.
horribly ill, but
Mhm.
Good work, Rachel. Yeah.
Thank
did
you.
it.
I did the birthday work.
Good work.
It's cute.
And our final player, pass it down to Michael.
You're gonna get a lot of calls today from me, most likely, so I apologize. But my name's Mardic Dice here on Twitch. We're actually gonna be the opposite of Rachel's streaming this week. If she does stream, we are most likely not streaming. Well, it's not correlated, but most likely we're not gonna have fates this week due to some good news for our friendos. But we shall see. Depending on how the week goes, maybe we'll do a little bit of a one shot, possibly. That or just take the week off because that's good for people. But then we got Thanksgiving coming up and all that stuff. So just you can follow YouTube for older ones. You can check out the Discord for announcements on what our schedule is going to be. But our friends beat the young malformed Kraken. I'm so proud of them. They did very, very good. Rachel almost got swallowed and eaten alive, but that's okay. But today I play Mithradon, the level 15 half-elf paladin sorcerer that I call Renan's Bane is a dragon. So we'll see how it goes. Isn't like weakness, like your weakness is a Bane, is that right? So like he couldn't do anything against the dragon. I didn't want to say the dragon's Bane is Ren, because that would be
Yeah.
dragon's weakness would be Ren. So Ren's weakness is a dragon.
Yeah.
He's your new
Like all of our
nemesis.
weaknesses was a dragon.
Pretty rough. Pretty rough. But yeah, I'm at 1 hit point, so we'll see how this goes.
Hey, who's at 1 hit point right now out of the 3 of you? 2 of the.
I'm fine, actually.
Oh,
I'm
Very nervous
Raya's
now.
fine.
So, all right.
okay.
Just gotta keep.
When more than half the party is
Yeah.
at 1 hit point, that's a good feeling.
I'm
Mhm.
super curious about
Yeah.
initiative right now, actually.
True.
So yeah, go give Bardic Dice a follow if you have not already, and go support
All
this
that being said.
content. And yeah, there may not be a Fate stream this week, but you can check us out typically on Thursdays at 6:30 PM CST for his D&D game that Rachel and myself are both in, and you can watch it as we're now level 10 in that game. So pretty exciting.
Thank you for introducing Fates way better than I did. I appreciate it.
And I am Mark. I am the Dungeon Master here. We do share a Discord with Bardic Dice that you can join. It's called The Tavern. And there you can be notified of when things go live. That way, if you're thrown off by time changes and how some people have them now and other people don't, and that can make things really confusing, you could be receiving messages that way. Or we have events we sometimes put in there too that should match your time zone. I'm hoping that it does that, because it'd be really lame if it didn't. But that's what you could go to the Discord for and join that and hang out with us there. See a bunch of amazing people who put their content in there, share maybe some of your own, and make some friends during the week. It's a fun little community we have going. But I think if everyone's all set, we can get into today's session because we don't have a lot of announcements. We just had the last Sepulchre session last night where we TPK'd Rachel's team. A team of all clerics. They did very good, though. They scored a lot of points.
Amazing.
We
Yeah,
did so.
That was
wild.
that was some big numbers they put up for the last session. So
Yes.
we're gonna have to see how the other
literally-
teams do.
I said to the group after, I'm like, if anyone says that clerics are lame, I'm just gonna point
yeah,
them
no.
Yeah.
to the sepulcher silently.
Sure.
Clerics are not lame. That
Honestly.
is for sure.
No, clerics are freaking awesome.
You guys kept on making me happier and happier because I was like, you can't play a villain or a heal for the Sepulchre and not like get like just totally destroyed at some point. So having you guys just totally take the leadership, I was just like, nice. Made me feel good. You guys
Thanks.
did awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Did this outscore your team like by 3,000 XP? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Like, oh yeah, they did double, and then I was like looking away, and I was like, oh, they're like tripling it. What the heck?
Yeah.
Like y'all can stop. It's fine. Just
It's fun
You have
watching
stuff.
how some people like the chat's nice to and other teams they're mean to, and they were definitely mean to Rachel's team because they needed every person against them that
Ah.
they could have. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Bardic's team was getting a lot more help, so it's very fun
There
to
was,
watch
like-
this.
There's a point where someone died and we were near the end, so we had like 4,000 or whatever. And we were like, okay, the wheel's open, like for anyone to do Revivify. Just no one.
No
redeemed
one
it.
wants
We
to
can,
redeem it.
Everyone's like,
Nope.
you're done. You're
like
done.
you're fine.
You're finished.
You've scored enough points, you're out. But there still was a Revivify from Rachel, which is amazing. So,
There was, yeah.
but the next one, I believe, if I have the date right, is the 18th. That's a Friday at 7 p.m. CST. So you can join us for that one if you'd like that kind of craziness and want to redeem some channel points to create chaos. So
Is that Dealey's team, right?
yes, Dealey
I don't
is
know.
on there,
Yeah, she's on the team.
and Cringe, who's in the chat, is on that team.
Nice.
And we have Silent Legend, who's on that team, and Dealey's husband, who's on. So those 4 are the ones who are
Fun.
going in next and seeing how they fare against the Sepulchre, and they'll get a name at some point.
The no names.
But where they line up, we'll find out in a couple.
Do
weeks.
the name? They should name themselves the Mysterious Strangers, like
There
in
you go.
KOTOR, when you
The
can name
mysterious
yourself.
thinking-
stranger has
I was-
won.
Or like the Enigma.
I woke up with the KOTOR theme in my head. I was like, dun dun dun. So maybe it's a sign that I should play it. I'm excited. The mysterious
The
stranger.
Cypher has won.
I like how
Oh,
it was like
love it.
silent too, and you're like, and everyone knows cheering for you.
Yes.
All right, let's get into today's session though, so we can see what happens. But first, our intro. Okay, we are back, everybody, and ready to get into our session today. Last time, in our lovely D&D game here, our players met up with, we're going up this mountain with Zilla, which is Karis' mom, going up this mountain in search of a dragon that she believed would offer potential help to the Sun Elves in rescuing them from their current state. They climbed up, and they were soon surrounded by small little creatures that seemed a little dragon-like in their appearance, but they're little tiny ones that all kind of surrounded the party. Karis cast her tongue's ability to speak with them, and they all were very excited to introduce you to basically their god, Nahgod. They brought you inside the mountains, where you saw this massive dragon that seemed to be made of like darkness and shadows and very dark appearance. And you got your opportunity to speak with Nahgod, and it was not good.
No, not good.
The puns are flying,
Yes.
and the dragon was too, unfortunately.
This is why the players are punished, just because they mocked the name of an NPC character that you made.
Punished. We're being punished.
Yep.
Sorry. I need to stop.
Kelly's asking for it today. You're not at
You
one.
have hit
You're not at one with
points,
hit point, right? Right? Yeah, you got more than one hit point. Okay. We can change that. So they began to ask some questions. They got a lot of answers. There were some topics that they did not. Naga did not seem to answer for them, but a lot of the things that they did. But they eventually let it slip that they were a threat to Illuminates, which turned the conversation at that point, where they suddenly were now targeted by Nahgod and the surrounding little Dragonite form people, and a fight broke out. The party became desperate very quickly as some people got pushed over the ledge into this pit of darkness and shadow, whereas others were able to teleport around. But it was absolute chaos for a few rounds. Eventually, they began to try to make their escape up the tunnel back out of the mountain, but unfortunately, Karis' mother, Zilla, in her attempts to try to escape, was not able to outrun the dragon and was consumed by the dragon's breath weapon,
Consumed by friendship, right?
and it was very unfriendly. Extreme unfriendliness.
Transported by the power of friendship, she was poofed away.
Well, that's not good.
The rest of the party was further up the tunnel way, though, and continues to run up and out towards the entrance. And that's what we're picking up as you three are running and fleeing up this tunnel away from the chamber of Nahgod.
Are we in initiative, or is this out of initiative?
You're out of initiative currently as you're fleeing.
Okay.
It does not sound like you're being pursued at this time. You do not hear any sound of a dragon moving towards you.
How far away are we from each other again?
Yeah, are we all? I know me and Ren are together, but like I think like Raya was staggered, so she saw Zilla, but we didn't see Zilla.
Yeah, Zilla,
Right.
she catches up to you eventually just because she has their dash with a bonus action that she can run a little
Yeah.
faster. But you guys do reach the the exit of the tunnel out into the daylight. I guess it's
Where's Zilla?
Where is she? Where is she? We gotta go. We gotta go.
I don't. She wasn't behind me.
Brennan takes like 2 steps as if he's starting to go back in.
I don't know. I think the dragon's still there. I think we need. I don't know what to do.
We gotta go.
We said
Gotta
we
go.
don't hear any. We don't hear the dragon at all. We don't hear like anything.
you don't hear sounds of pursuit.
Okay. Do we hear anything? Like, is there any sound I can like listen to?
You can give me a perception roll.
I too, because I had tongues on, so like if he's saying something in his language.
Sure. Perception
I
rolls.
got a 2, so 5.
21.
All right.
Hey, very good.
There is kind of that sound of voices and of those little creatures kind of echoing up the tunnel, but they don't sound like they're getting closer. They sound like they're pretty far away, still deep within that chamber, and kind of hear the deep rumbles of footsteps of the dragon within as well, but they do not sound like they're coming closer either.
I hear him talking or anyone talking.
Not really. You don't really hear voices speaking to each other at this time.
If you guys want, I can try and sneak back in and just see if I can make myself invisible and see what I can see. But I obviously don't know if that'd be too risky.
I just grab both of their hands, like their arms, like the wrists or something like that. Let me get out of here.
I think we have to go. We have to go now.
You're still holding the bedroll?
I have the bedroll. Yeah, I like put it in my bag, and I actually take out Sabra Lyra's handkerchief of shame.
We're going all the way back.
I guess, yeah. I can't think of anywhere else to go.
Let's do
Cast
it. Let's
blast
go.
on the 3 of us.
Actually, you already
I
did.
Head
Okay.
up already.
Yeah, I think we had it.
Mhm.
Wasn't sure if it was still a minute. Okay. It's probably the end of that
still
minute.
within a minute, but it's just coming to the end. So
Whatever.
All right, let's go.
Okay. So I cast it.
okay, you cast teleport. I need you two to give me charisma saving throws. You do have bless, who roll a d4 and add that in. And Karis, give me a charisma check.
It's a spellcasting check.
Yep.
That's how you've been. Okay, that's different than a charisma check.
Yeah, sorry, spellcasting check.
I'm using
Oh,
my
I don't
last
have
luck
my-
point to re-roll because
Oh,
I
really?
don't
Did
like
you roll
that.
bad?
All right.
Not good enough. I'm using my last luck point, so hopefully I don't need it again. Okay, that's a bit better. Quite a bit better. Hold on. 22.
Brennan?
31.
Oh,
Sure.
nice. I got a 24.
All right. Your heart's pumping from the intense fight you just had. You quickly cast the spell, and you feel yourself being pulled away. In a flash, you are suddenly standing amongst the Sun Elf tribe within the camp. Again, people begin to look around when you see you pop into existence there.
So we're in the middle of camp.
Yep.
Did you say there's like a big bonfire?
There
the
usually
middle
is
of
at
camp?
night that happens. Yeah.
Is there one now?
There looks to be a few that are surrounded, but there's not one currently going at this time.
Okay.
I go in. Oh god.
I think if you had something you were gonna do first, you can. I have something I'm sort of turning to do. So
Does she look like she's walking away, or what's her?
okay. Well, so it's as soon as we get back to safety, and we all made it. I think she turns to a place where if there's a fire going that isn't around people where she's gonna hurt someone, she just starts hurling fire bolts and just fire stuff into the fire and just screaming, just throwing a massive emotional meltdown
Yeah. So there's some of the guards who notice that. Rennie doing something?
He was reaching out to Karis, and then I think sees that and gives her a couple moments.
Okay.
Just letting her unleash all that because he knows what that feels like. And then
and I I'm sorry.
Mm.
Well, I would do it for maybe 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then stomp away, just leave. I don't.
Well, I was gonna say
talk to
I was gonna
anybody.
try and go up and when someone's super angry and then someone else just grabs them and hugs them to try and calm them down. I would try that. You can push them away. That's fine. But I was gonna twin cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level on both of you guys.
Okay.
So you feel free to push him away.
Well,
I'm just saying that's what he's trying to do.
Cool. Thanks for the cure
Let you
wounds.
know. Yeah.
How much?
All right.
I'm pretty okay if you want to do it. I don't know if you can do it yourself. I'm pretty
Okay.
alright.
That works. That actually makes more sense. Yeah.
Yes, I'm
13 to both of us. Not much.
15?
In
Better
that
than one.
moment, as you're kind of shooting your spells off and kind of yelling, and fire's just erupting from this little bonfire that's going, you do notice, at least maybe Raya does, that Sabra Lyra begins to make her way forward and just walks up. What are you doing? What happened?
Yeah, I
I'll
think
flip it.
around this moment, Ren is trying to hug her. Sab's coming up.
Mhm.
She can't even look at anybody. She just bolts.
Where are you running
Not
to?
I'll
too.
just-
I don't know. I wouldn't want to go anywhere dangerous. I'm not dumb. I have 14 hit points, but I don't know if there's. I mean, I've been around the Sun Elf camp enough. Is there anywhere that I can kind of just be alone for a little bit?
So there's the beach you can go to. There's the training grounds. The outside is kind of questionable in the woods, I guess. But
Beach.
you're running towards the beach. Okay.
I guess I'll look at Sab and be like, Zilla didn't make it. The dragon wasn't. It wasn't friendly. Can I? Yeah. What is she like? What was her expression when I said that? Did she seem shocked or just angry?
You can roll an insight roll.
Yes. Woof. I guess 23.
She is hard to read for you at this point.
Okay.
She looks very guarded, and it's hard to tell.
Okay. I'll just.
She'll watch
Okay.
Karis as she runs off.
We had to leave her behind. I mean, we couldn't go back in and get her. We all were very close to dying, and obviously Karis is upset.
Show them to the cabin. Points to some guards, and a couple guards approach you too.
Okay.
Find it.
If you watch, she goes off in the direction of the beach. As you two get led towards the cabin that you typically stay in, you do notice Hibbert and Curtis both have come out of their cabin and kind of watching you. And as you approach closer, you do see Rodden, who is still living within that cabin that you have. And you also notice Gwen is watching from a bit of a distance as well.
Red just puts his head down, just goes right.
All right.
I'll just. I think I actually. I'm gonna go talk to Hibbert and Curtis if they're out and available.
So you branch off from the guards leading you there?
Yeah. If I'm just gonna motion to the guards and be like, just motion towards them and just like point, because obviously I don't speak Elvish, so.
Okay.
Do they seem to resist, like make me go, or are they just letting me go off?
They
Ren would be willing to translate if need. He could turn around and just be like, she wants to speak to them.
I just need to talk to them.
just nod and kind of just stand at a distance to let you talk, and they'll watch, just kind of be there.
Okay.
So, Ren, you're going back to the cabin.
Yeah, he's like throwing off his shield.
Ryan, you're going to Hibbert and Curtis. And Karis is
Yeah.
on the beach. Okay. Which one of you guys want to go first?
Up to you guys. I don't care.
I'll go first. Mine's pretty quick.
Okay. We can do Ren
So
first.
should we do like therapy rolls, like the equivalent of wake up rolls?
Therapy roll.
I feel like they'd all be at disadvantage right now.
No, I mean like in what order do we need our
Oh,
emotional
right,
therapy?
yeah.
We all roll like our wake up rolls. I'm just kidding. They'll go.
So Rod, you're
yeah.
led towards Rodden, and one of the guards kind of takes you there and just sets you up. Be there, but Rodden just looks at you. Are you okay?
He just like puts his head down. It was bad. Till it died.
He just immediately starts looking around for Karis.
Give her a moment. But she'll need you. And then I'll just walk into the cabin.
He'll walk inside and sit on a bed kind of opposite you. He
Like throws down his like katana and his shield, and he's like ripping the vest off because he can't breathe.
kind of walks up to you and just, I can heal you some if you need it.
I'm fine. I'm fine. You need, in case we get attacked, we need you.
You need to too. And he'll reach out to go cast a spell on you.
Don't fight it. Counter spell.
All
Get
right.
off me! I want to get a guy with counter spell that's just like, stop it. I don't deserve that.
You get 20 points of health back.
Dang, he can even heal better than me. I'm just kidding. Renan grabs his moon orb, like he's not even wanting to interact with anybody, and he just sits on his cot and he's focusing on the moon orb and desperately trying to reach out to see if Elisha can tell him Zill is alive.
Okay.
Knowing it's not going to work, it's just he's desperately trying to figure that out.
And Rod just kind of sits there on the bed, like he doesn't know what to do, but just sitting and waiting for
Ooh.
anybody else to come back. He looks a
Good boy.
little anxious.
For sure.
But Raya, we can go to you now. As you approach Curtis and Hibbert.
Okay. I guess I'll look at them and be like, we need to talk, but I don't know how safe it is here to talk. Like if things can be listening.
What's wrong?
we found out a lot of information about the dragon, but I guess I'll just say it. It looks like he's in line with, and I'll kind of just motion towards like the city and just do like illuminance, like try and be like I don't know. It looks like he's working with him, and he said that they all were brought here and they're trying to get to like a different plane, and I don't know. I guess they all Zangul was kind of right, or Colin was a little bit right, where they just want to use the souls, and I don't know. Do you guys know anything about? Have you heard of someone named Acacius at all?
They look at each other and no.
Did
They look very confused by all this revelation. Like they're
Yeah.
totally out of the loop from
Oh
all
my
the
God.
stuff you guys have been doing. So
yeah, I'm out of the loop too. I just wanted to kind of see. Did you guys ever, when you would like, I guess pray to Illuminance? I don't know. Did anything ever like seem like strange? I guess, or I don't know. I'm trying to put all the pieces together, but did you ever hear him communicating with any of these other entities around? Do you know anything about any of that?
I always thought that. I mean, he was alone here. I don't think there was any other connection I'm aware of.
When Illuminance came, I guess I'll look at Curtis for this, because Curtis, I'm sorry, how old is Curtis again? He's like older,
He's
right?
older, yeah.
Because he has,
Remembers
so
the Flash.
yeah, I say now that your memory is, not being inhibited, I guess, by whatever was happening. Do you remember any time when, I guess the time that Illuminance first went into his position, or if he ever came down and like, yeah, walked around? Do you remember anything about like that time period, I guess, when he first got to the tower?
I mean, he was here from the beginning. He was here
Yeah.
beforehand.
Okay. And he was already, when you remember appearing here, everything was already set up?
I mean, I wasn't here when he appeared. He was
I meant
here,
when
and
he
I
appeared.
got here, and he
Mhm.
was already
That's what I
protecting
meant,
the
yeah.
area. Yes.
Okay. I guess just whatever you guys do, don't, obviously, you can't really go back, and I think that right now, I don't know. We'll try and make sense of it. I'll come back with questions if I have any. I just didn't know if you guys had heard anything about that, or if you knew. Did he ever communicate with you about Ahedia, the place he was from, or no?
I mean, he did mention that he was from like a heavenly place called the Hedia.
Okay. All right. Okay, thank you. Just wanted to try and put some pieces together, but I'll let you know if I have more questions, or obviously we can talk more candidly once we find a safe place to do so. But and I'll just
And Hibbert just kind of holds out his hand before you leave. He's like,
Hmm.
You look like you are pretty badly injured. Do you want me to help you out with that?
Yeah, that'd be nice. I know that Ren and Karis are worse off, so I don't know if your resources are limited, you can help them, but
Of course, we can help anybody who needs it.
Mm.
You get 18 points of health back from his
Woo.
healing.
Also, I know that it's been not very long, but do you guys have any spells that can do what it did before, like raise people back? Do you guys have that power anymore, or is that still pretty?
Potentially. I would just need a diamond to do that.
Yeah, it's our problem too. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'll think of, if I think of more, I'll ask you guys, but I think we just need to rest for now.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. If anybody else needs any help, you can send them our way.
Mm-hmm.
And Curtis will
Also,
nod.
don't, and I'll just say don't, in case like we're out of the loop or whatever. Just don't let anyone go back to the city. I feel this may be the safe place for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
We weren't planning, but yeah, of course.
Didn't think so. Just making sure. Don't know. I don't know. All right, and I'll head back and
go
just
relax.
head where Renan
Go
is.
relax. You seem very stressed out right now.
Yeah, pretty stressed out. Thank you. And I'll go. I guess I'll head back to where the guards are and have them just escort me back.
Okay. So eventually you're brought to the same room that Rodden is awkwardly sitting on the bed, like he has no idea what to do right now, and
Oh, boo boo.
Ren is focusing on his orb.
I'll just, I guess, sit down and, yeah, I don't think I'll say anything for now. I'll just kind of nod at Rana and be like, that didn't go well. Like, just the whole mission in general. Yeah. Does he say anything to me, or is he, I'll just be silent if he's not gonna say anything.
Just like, are you okay? You need any help?
No, I'm okay, thank you though. I think, just trying to think of what to do next.
Okay. And he kind of looks anxiously out, kind of towards the window again.
Hey, Rodden, I have a question for you. Did Zangul ever mention anyone named Acacius? Did you ever hear that name when you were with Column at all? Or did Column ever mention it?
Don't remember anything like that.
Okay.
I'm not sure. There's a lot of blank spaces still, but I don't remember that.
And did Zangul mention being from, do you know where Zangul came from? I'm sorry, we have a few different places, but is he from Vraxen at all? Do you know about that? I think Column said something about it, but I was just making sure our information's lining up.
I don't remember. I don't think I even had any motivation to ask questions like that when I was under his control.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. If you think of anything about that, if you remember anything, I guess just let us know. But we did get some information from the dragon before it attacked, and it was just a lot. We're trying to put it all together, I guess. Because I don't know what any of it means yet, but
okay.
We'll see.
You're not gonna go fight the dragon again, though, right?
I don't know. You might have to. There was definitely some sort of rune there, like the ones that we found with Jarzagon and Boyd. There was something there, but we don't even quite know what those do. And obviously we were completely out of our depth with that fight originally. So, and I haven't fully given up on the idea that we could still save Zilla. I don't know. I mean, obviously it might be hard. We may need some resources, but I'm not ready to just consider her dead yet, you know? Yeah, Zilla's was dead for a long time and we were able to, you know. But
yeah.
Yeah, I'll if I think of anything I'll ask you, but sorry if these questions are weird. We got a lot of information that doesn't really make sense. So I'm just trying to see if I could piece anything together.
Yeah, sorry, I can't help more.
That's okay. We were all there too, and you know, obviously memories can be a little foggy when you're there. And again, I don't even know if this information is something that Column even fully knew about, so.
Honestly, knowing you were here to protect the village if we went down, the help we needed.
Yeah.
We might need your help if we go back, though. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see. You're doing good, Rodden. I'm gonna go for a walk, guys.
Okay.
Leave.
So,
Can I cast something real quick?
what do you want to cast?
Locate object on a platinum ring. I don't know.
A platinum
See if
ring.
there's anything in the city. Yeah, I've been wanting to use this spell since like day one, but it's the spell component issue. I don't know if anyone has like wedding rings or like tribal rings that would be platinum built. They have to be 50 gold each. There's 2 of them. He's assuming not, but it's just Hail Mary kind of thing. Thwarting bond, but
Yeah.
I think you and I talked about that'd be really hard to get here. It
Here
might have
for
been
sure.
an ace thing. Yeah.
Potentially that could be something that the city might be able to provide for you, but here you're not picking up on anything.
I figured, yeah, it was just worth it. Just a random shot.
Okay. But are you doing anything on your walk?
Nah, he's just clearing his head. Avoiding Gwen.
Avoiding her, okay. Rodden kind of moves towards the window and just sitting by, looking out the window.
Is it the window facing the beach?
It's just a window out. He doesn't know where she is exactly, so he's just looking out the window.
What a good boy. Poor thing.
But Karis, you go to the beach, and it's getting dark at this point. And you hear some footsteps coming up behind you. And you see Sabralier approaching.
I think she would be yeah, storm off to the beach. I think yeah. She's, even though like she can hear someone coming up behind her, I think she's wanting to get away from people, and she just has like all the emotions from kind of like the culminated effort of losing Shaw. Her dad's in trouble. Iron Fist is not good, and now, Zilla. So it's just like a bam, bam, bam situation. So I think now it's like finally all kind of got to her. So she's just like standing there, pretty hopelessly, and is like just like crying into her hand like over the beach, and doesn't really look at like to see who it is. Maybe she like peeks from underneath her hand, but
Okay. Are you okay, Karis? You feel a hand on your back now.
yeah, I think she would yeah, I think she would just she would say really sorry.
What are you sorry for?
I know you thought she'd die, but I'm sure you didn't want her to.
Her recklessness brought her into this situation. I'm just glad you are not gone.
Tab, everything is wrong. Like, everything is wrong.
It is.
Like, I don't even know what the truth is anymore. and I thought we could trust things, and I thought we were doing the right thing. And then Mr. Shaw gets taken away, and by the person that I thought that was good, and now my dad's still in trouble, and now like this dragon said that like I don't even know what he was saying. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, everything's so confusing.
I understand perfectly what you're thinking right now. I was deceived my whole life.
How do you even know like what the truth is?
It is very difficult when there is so many liars out there, because they can make things seem a certain way even though they are not. But the problem with lies are eventually they unravel and they are found out, whereas truth stands forever.
Do you find like anything?
Jarzagan is a liar, but his lies were found out. And Grathbor is back. That is truth.
I don't know what is going on, but I am so tired of the people that I love getting taken away from me. And I'm so tired of freezing up when I have to do something. I do it every time. I get so scared of doing the wrong thing. I think I could have gotten us out. I think I could have gotten all of us out. But I was so scared that I'd leave someone behind because something keeps messing with my magic. And Ezheal got left behind that one time. So I was so scared that I didn't do it. And that's because she died, because I didn't do it fast enough. Because I don't think well. I just freak out.
You are being pushed into a position you never asked for. A position to protect others and make sure they're safe. And it's not fair. But you're still willing to help, which is what makes it so amazing that you are willing to do that. Even if it's not fair.
How you felt?
Ever since your mother left.
What do I do? Just not hesitate anymore? I don't know how not to. I don't know how to like unfreeze when things get scary or I'm afraid I'm gonna mess up.
What are you afraid of, though? What makes you freeze?
hurting people, I guess, or like messing up. Like I was afraid if I did the teleporting thing, I'd leave someone and then they'd die. Or like when Rodden was like with Zangul and Column, I was just afraid I'd hurt him or like I'd accidentally kill him. Like I have all this like magic in it, I don't know what to do with it. I don't get it. I'm just kind of like guessing. But what if I guess and it's wrong? And then it hurts someone and then it's my fault. But then when I don't do something, then it's my fault. Anyway.
It is difficult to make decisions, and there's a lot of pressure on you. And sometimes it's hard to trust yourself that you are capable of doing what you need to do. But I think it's good for you to remember how strong you actually are and how capable you actually are. And what you've already done to this point. And how what you have, your abilities, have made a big impact already.
You really think it has? Because, like, it's even confusing to know what we did right and what we did wrong. Because I don't even know. Like, a lot of that stuff I thought we were doing kind of for this city. You know, I don't know.
You help people in the city though, don't you?
Tried, yeah.
And you help the Sun Elves, the Moon Elves.
I guess they're okay. Yeah.
We were all dying here. Jarzagan was killing us. You trusted yourself there, and you handled it. Even when I stood in your way.
Things seemed really easy then, too. Like, demons were bad, and guys and beacons were good.
But what makes them so much more dangerous is when they can hide among those that are supposed to be good. The ones who seek evil. They're far more dangerous if they can pretend to not be.
I guess that is what Jarzagun did, huh?
Yes.
Did he pretend to be nice to you and everything? Because he was always, like, mean to us.
Yes, he promised many things, good things to help me. If I brought Renan and killed him, we would have great care put to our people. We'd be protected.
Yeah.
But I trust you, Karis.
You do?
I do.
It's cool. I'm sorry I called you dumb when you were being tricked by Jarzagon. I thought that it was easy to see, but I guess not.
I was deceived. Just like it sounds like many have been.
Yeah.
The deceived are not the enemy.
Yeah.
The deceiver is the enemy.
That's really true. I think Zilla really was trying to do better. It's okay if you didn't believe her, but
It is
I think she knew.
unfortunate, but that you had to witness that.
Yeah. Does she seem sad at all, especially now that we've been kind of like open with each other?
You can roll an insight roll.
Okay. 20 something. 21.
Okay. She looks like she is holding herself together. But there's a moment where she kind of turns with the darkness kind of beginning to come across the sky. There's a glint of tears in her eyes, you can see.
Look at that.
Look who cares.
Look who cares. Yeah. Um I'll just hug her and be like, I'm sorry.
She'll hug you back, and I'm sorry for you as well.
One more thing about Zilla. I think she was starting to get how bad it was. And I know the mission was stupid. I think she thought it was going to be really easy. I knew it wasn't going to be easy. I figured it's had something else to do with it, but I do know she knew leaving everybody behind was dumb. I think this was her way of fixing it. I just thought you should know.
Thank you for telling me this.
Yeah. That's why I believed her when she said she'd at least try. It's because I think, well, I don't know, you've gone for 17 years, you kind of see how mad everybody is at you and what you want to do to fix it.
All right. But just remember, Karis, after all this, I do trust you more.
Sorry, what'd she say with the
I
last
do
sentence?
trust you more.
Oh,
I believe you can trust yourself and trust your friends.
okay.
You seem to be making the good decisions. Even if some of you can run your mouth a little bit.
Brennan's ears go red a little bit.
Oh yeah. She like pulls out the handkerchief that Sab gave her. She's like, "This actually helped me get back to camp." Then I just like put it back in my pocket.
You can still use that for him.
I might. But yeah, she just you can okay, so you know like when you talk to like a kid and you say something that you could just tell like it means a lot to hear something, like you can see like little like what, you know, type of thing in their eyes. She definitely like, I think especially when Sab was like, "I trust you," you know, like that really, I think Sab could probably tell them meant like a lot to her coming from her. So yeah, but so she's definitely still like pretty emotional, but seems a lot calmer.
Yeah, she'll just kind of stand there with you, and we are family. And we are in this together.
Okay. Yeah. I think we have to find a way to get out of here. If what the dragon said's right.
And I trust you'll figure it out.
Okay. Yeah, I think if I would sit there for a while, I don't know how long she's going to.
Yeah, she'll stay
Just
with
kind
you.
of composing myself.
Yeah, she'll stay with you.
Whatever, the head on the shoulder.
I don't know. I feel like initiating a hug is really pushing it.
That's
So
the line. Okay, okay.
yeah, I
I'm
don't
just
know.
kind of curious where y'all
Yeah,
were.
no, she's not. I think she knows there's still a line there. Sam is not a touchy person.
But there's probably a point that you both just kind of sit on the beach for a little bit together, side by side, and she'll sit there with you, kind of watching the waves come in as the sky grows dark. But if nothing else,
Yeah, I don't think so. Especially, I don't know if she seems to be like holding it together. Because like I think Karis has a bunch of questions, but I don't know if she would, you know, about like Zilla and stuff like that. But I don't know if she would feel like she could ask, if that makes sense.
okay. You are welcome to sit there quietly. If that's what you'd like to.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. But
Well,
after a
could you?
while, what?
Oh, I was gonna say, could you jump back to me? I don't know, because I have to grab a Kleenex.
Sure, you got it. We'll jump back there.
So yeah, I'll be back.
Sounds good.
Saf, don't go anywhere.
Brendan, you were walking about avoiding Gwen.
I mean, as much as he can. He's not gonna like outwardly ignore her, but
Okay.
he's not trying. He's not trying to find her either.
Okay.
For now. Yeah, if he does, if he's successful, that he'll grab food and just bring it back to the cabin.
Do you want to roll stealth to try to avoid her?
It's not to that level. I mean, if she comes to find him, he'd
Okay.
present himself. But
Yeah, she is out looking for you and does spot you and will approach you. You can't even look at me?
I feel like I can look at anybody right now.
Why not?
It's just another person that we've lost. I don't like letting people down. My job. But we have to go back. I don't know if I'll be able to protect them this time.
I mean, one setback is not you not doing your job.
I know. Didn't want it to be your mom. That's all.
Didn't want it to be anybody.
Be alright. Just had to take it on the chin and regroup. Also, just every step that we get closer and we grow stronger, feels like we're just being tricked even more, and the rug's being pulled out from underneath us. I don't know if we'll be able to save our people.
I think that the fact that you are having a harder time is proving you are on the right track. When there's nothing to hide, there's no locked door. There's no obstacle to overcome. But when something is being hidden, it is precious. It is hidden. It is locked. It is trapped. I think you may be onto something.
I'm ready to expose Illuminance for what he is. Thought this whole time Illuminance was part of the light with us. Now I realize maybe he was the darkness Lasha told us about this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you for supporting me.
We're a team, right? We're not to fight each other.
Always.
She'll kind of reach over and grab your hand.
Like freezes, probably blushes a bit. Grabs it back. Nice having people around.
I'll always be here.
Just one sun elf in the corner. Ah,
Yeah!
Jim, stop. Go in the hut. Oh, the fight's not over yet. Whoa. Thank you, though.
You can do it. I know you can.
I'm gonna try as hard not to smile, but
She'll help you get food,
need dinner with us?
and she'll walk back with you to the cabin.
That's hilarious.
And the chat is freaking out right now. Okay. So Gwen, Rodden, Raya, Brennan, you're all in the cabin together. Anything you guys want to do this evening besides eat food?
Harris would have not come back for a while, yeah.
Sounds like she's sitting there for a while, but you can let me know, Rach, if you have a different opinion about that.
Like dinner time, sun goes down, like she's still out at the beach.
A while, I think. Yeah.
I think Ren, while they're eating, after like probably some more quiet, and then some awkward Ren next to Gwen, sort of. I'm sure Miss Insight over there could pick up on some stuff.
I was say, I like, because I'm me in real life. I'm like pouring over all my notes. So I'm literally just sitting there thinking of like, okay, what, like trying to put the pieces together. I like look over and be like, I'm just gonna keep it like, okay, whatever. Too busy for this. I'll address this later.
It's so good to see like the way that each of these beacon babies deal with a stressful situation. We got throw a tantrum and storm off to cry.
Yeah.
We have just sadly sit there and then like go to someone close to them, and then we have I must figure it out
like
now.
the conspiracy theory board, you know, that like this scene from It's Always Sunny with Charlie, like with all the, that's what I feel like. I'm like, I gotta figure this out. So
Definitely.
yeah, we all deal with our trauma in different ways, our stress in different ways.
But yeah, I think Ren would bring up to Raya and just like, hey, I don't know how quick Karis is gonna bounce back. Sometimes she needs us to plan our next move.
Yeah, she doesn't have to bounce back if she doesn't want to, honestly. I do think it'll be important for her. I think she'll want to go if, well, we have to go back, right? Is that what I've been thinking about? I've been trying to find a way around it, but I don't think there is a way around it. I think we have to go back.
Unless we talk to Zangul, and
That was my other
Zangul
thought.
tells us these runes aren't important, or stopping them is actually helping. And yeah,
Well-
we have to go back. I don't want to leave Zilla.
No, I don't want to either. That's the odd thing, is that Illuminance didn't seem to. I mean, he could be lying, obviously. I mean, that seems to be a thing, but it seems like nobody really knows much about these runes unless they're pretending not to. And even the dragon just said that like they weren't that important, and I don't know if that's a lie too, to make us like not care about them. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I got
He
the
obvi-
feeling like
actually,
they
no,
weren't
he-
important to him, but they were maybe important to Lily.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. He said the crack in the sky was important. He didn't say anything about the runes.
Right.
But then that's the thing is that remember Boyd did the same thing. He couldn't speak about it, and we even tried to ask him. Curtis had tried to
Mhm.
ask. We'd all tried to ask him about things, and he just didn't say anything. So obviously the runes are important, but I don't know if they. Again,
They're
I don't know if
being
he was
forced
lying about.
not to say something. Yeah.
But if he's allowed to say something about the crack in the sky and he's not allowed to say anything about the runes, that's interesting. Unless he can talk about, he just can't talk about that specific. I don't know. Again, I don't know the specifics of whatever spell that they're under or curse or whatever.
I mean, it
But
was kind of like when we talked to your dad, right? He could kind of talk around it.
so maybe he can talk about the results of
specific.
it, not.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we do have. I think the dragon's obviously guarding it if it's in that dark pit, and especially what I
Or
thought was
he is the
odd.
one.
No, I don't think so. Here's the weird thing. Or at least I don't know. Again, maybe it's not weird. Maybe I'm just reading into it. But he was up on the ledge fighting you guys. The second I got out of my little hole, he immediately went down to the pit. He wasn't. I wasn't much. He literally almost wiped me out into. Like, it wasn't that I was so much a threat. I think he was worried about it being down there.
Do you think he's protecting something in that darkness?
I think it's down there too. I don't think that. I think it's covered up, and I think, and plus the compass was pointing right to the pit. I mean, I know he was in front of the pit, but I don't think it's him. I think it's down there. And I think the minute that I was alone with it and no one else was down there, he immediately got nervous and went down there to kill me. That's just a thought. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just the feeling I got from the interaction. So I think we have to go back. I just don't know if Zangul has his own rune he's protecting. Again, maybe. And also with Boyd, I was thinking if he was not able to speak about it and if he's absolutely bound to protect it, that's why he might have asked us to kill him. He wanted us to get it, and he just didn't really care if he died in the process, which is why the dragon said he became weak. Maybe he was protecting people. He did lots of things that were bad, but also some that were pretty okay or good even. So maybe he wanted to die for it. I don't know. Maybe Zangul would. But if Zangul has one he's protecting, I don't know if he'd be able to even talk about it or if he'd have to protect it. You know what I mean? Like they might have to die in order to.
Right.
I don't know. Sorry, I have a lot of thoughts, but I'm just trying to piece it together and make it make
I
some
have those
sense.
same thoughts too. I just don't know anymore. Yeah.
I don't either. Yeah. I don't know what would be best. We definitely need to take more people in and I guess this time we'll be prepared for a fight if we, when we go back.
Understand
But
what's in that layer now. That makes a big difference.
I don't have my gun. I think that's going to be a deterrent, but I'm not even saying that. I mean, like I'm sad about it, but I'm a lot more useless if I'm up close. So I have a bow and arrow, but I don't know how much I can really do with it. So we'll see.
Yeah, flying things are not my forte.
Mine either. I mean, if I can fly, but obviously that didn't work out so well last time. So we'll see. But
Renan,
Oh.
Red and Rye, you both notice as you're saying this, Rodden summons like a bow that looks like made of this like kind of greenish, kind of young looking tree material, like a branch or something.
Oh.
That's got like a lot of flex to it, like it's a fresh branch. And summons this to his hand. He's like, I mean, I have ranged if you need me.
And having another healer would be helpful as well, but. And we can actually have strategy this time. And I think we wiped out a bunch of those little. I mean, I feel bad, but those little guys. And so if we're not getting pushed into a pit immediately, that might really help us out. But
Yeah, most of them are gone. That's on me. My bad.
Let's hope they don't hatch too quickly. But I mean,
yeah.
I wouldn't feel too bad about it. I know it's like it's unfortunate, but
babies, aren't they? They seem like really small.
No, I think they're just really small. I think they're just weird little creatures, but they're obviously not going to be reasoned with per se. I think that we just had to do what we had to do, but
not my proudest moment. But Rodden, to be fair, they were like all pushing us into a pit of death. So.
And like trying to kill us, but okay.
Yeah, that sounds bad. Yeah.
Yeah,
We could use both of your helps, but I am worried about taking too much strength from the camp, especially if you guys are still getting attacked. Plus, Rodden, as much as you fight so well with us, I don't know if Karis would be willing to lose you. But you would be a good fighter with us.
I mean, I'll do whatever you need me to do.
I just want you to know that if we ask you to stay, it's not because we don't think you can fight. We know you can.
No, I mean, I know this place is under threat too, so it's good to keep someone here just in case.
She's lost a lot of people. I don't think she can lose anybody more.
Yeah. Just
Renan kind of does that little like pinky touch when he says that to Gwen, like not losing someone.
I just thought of something. I don't know if you know how this works, Ren or Rodden or Gwen, whoever does spells a lot. If they were gonna do, if let's say that the only person who has spoken openly about the runes who seems to potentially protect one is Illuminance. He literally said he doesn't know anything about, like, he didn't not answer the question. If you were the person who makes the spell, you could probably talk about it, couldn't you? You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense. He's the only one who's been able to talk about it though, and he's the only one who seems to be
heck of a
protecting
liar,
one.
though.
Yeah, I
And he
know.
might be if he's this big of a deceiver, but
He seemed to have a, unless the runes are something that someone else put in place as like a check on him. I don't know, and he doesn't know about them.
well, that's what I'm worried about. Is if we're freeing him.
No, but I mean, what if these other demons made a secret thing themselves when they made a deal with Illuminance, where they decided that as sort of a backup, I don't know if that makes any sense though, but
Maybe that's why the dragon wasn't worried that Illuminance wouldn't fulfill his part of the deal.
he didn't seem to care. Like a trigger almost, like if something goes bad, they just, I don't know, break in case of emergency kind of thing. I don't know, but I don't know. I just thought about that. He's the only one who seems to have a rune around him who is able to talk about it.
I think that means
Anyway.
he's the one that cast it, but yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Unless he doesn't know, you're great. Because he generally didn't seem to know, but obviously he could be very good at lying. So
I mean, he
sorry,
kinda
I just
says
thought
he's
about
really
that.
good at lying. But yeah, no, I mean, it's an interesting take on it.
I just don't know much about those spell. I don't know even what spell that would be, but we should probably have a meeting with me, you, and Karis,
I
or
don't think we'll ever understand.
yeah, hopefully soon, if we have some answers. But yeah, we should probably talk with Karis too and see what, when she's ready, we can talk about what maybe we want to do next.
Speaking of Karis, we can jump back now that Rachel's returned.
Yeah, now that I have composed myself.
You're sitting on the beach with Sabralira.
Yeah, I think if she seemed receptive at some point, like after a little bit of silence, I would just ask Sab, did you guys used to get along? Ever?
Yes, somewhat, yes. She's one of those older siblings who thought very highly of herself and would often be very reckless, and it was difficult for me.
Because you didn't feel cool enough.
She wanted all the attention for herself, and that meant it was taken away from me.
Wow. I was kind of like that in the arena for a little bit. Not from everybody, but, you know, I don't know. Everyone really liked Carter. And I was the loser.
I highly doubt you are ever a loser.
Before I got the injection, I was a loser.
Well, I think you are something very special, Garrus. I think you can be a good example to everyone around you.
Even the older people than me, because I'm like the kid.
I mean, Brennan is older than you.
Yeah.
I think you come up with some very good ideas and are very wise in how you handle situations where he may not be as much. Just because you are young does not mean you are nobody. Everybody has their strengths.
Garrus is
Yeah. I'm really in character right now, and I am feeling that feeling when you're a teenager and an adult tells you you could be cool, and you're like, what?
What?
What is going on right now? Yeah. Especially from someone that doesn't need to say it, I think, because like her parent, Samo's always been great about that. It's not like she's never heard it, but I mean, yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of times where I don't tell them, Raya or Renan, when it might be a bad idea to do something, because I think that they probably know better than me. But
Don't think that is true. You have Sun Elf blood in your veins. That makes you better than everybody else. And she just smiles at you.
oh no.
It's
The
one of those.
war is back on.
It's one of those like joking smiles, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
But the important thing is when you are going to do great things, you need to get good night's sleep and rest up after you get beaten up real bad. Okay?
Yeah.
So you probably should go to bed soon.
Okay.
Get cleaned up. Patch yourself up. Your skin
Okay.
is very dark in color.
Yeah, those all shadow. A dragon or that would look at all shadow.
It does look like your skin is dying a little bit.
Ugh. I didn't notice.
So I think it's important that you rest.
Okay. Okay.
And your friends are probably wondering where you are.
Okay.
And you probably have a lot to discuss.
Probably. I can't just hide here forever. Like, this is my new home. Probably not. I gotta help my dad.
I mean,
Okay.
you can, but I don't think that's what you want to do.
No. So, like, I'll start to get up.
She'll get up with you and start walking you back towards the village.
Hey, Sam. As we're, like, walking into camp.
Yes.
I think you're pretty cool, too. I've always thought you're pretty cool. And and I just kind of like, if she says something, I'll stay, but like she's already turning away, like it's awkward to say it. Like,
So say, I think you are pretty cool too, and I love you.
whoa! I didn't say that in character. It's
I
Rachel.
can totally see Kara say that.
What? I think more she's a little bit of a jaw drop. I love you too.
Now run along, and she'll kind of usher you
Okay.
away.
Okay.
I have never seen someone switch Karis from her like devastated mode back to that as quickly as Sab, and I'm very impressed because I was not expecting her to be the one to do it.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how she would feel with Zilla, and if she'd be stuck in bitter mode, so it wouldn't do anything. So good job, Sab.
Yeah, I thought Rodden would be the one that had to do it, or like a combo attack or something.
Yeah.
Impressed.
I am surprised at how much they relate, though. Like, way more than I realized. So it makes sense that they're essentially the same person.
Yeah.
And they talk to like each other like it's the same thing. So that makes lots of sense now.
But you can join up with the rest of the crew if you'd like.
Yes.
The tent goes deathly silent when she walks in.
Yeah, everyone,
Brandon's
all
head
eyes
just
are on
goes
you.
back to his own. Like, hi. Everyone's just waiting to see how you doing.
Why is everyone staring at me?
Oh, she seems better. You okay?
I mean, no, but
I'm not like okay, but you know.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm glad you're
Uh.
okay, Rodden says.
I just hug him because I'm glad to see him again.
Yeah, he'll hug you back. Aw, thanks, Mike Disney, for the subscription. Thank you so much. So kind of you.
Yeah, but Sab helped me a little bit. So I'm not gonna run away and live at a beach forever.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. Glad you came to that conclusion. We were worried.
We're worried about that specific outcome.
That's our main
That's
fear.
why like not fighting Karis. Like whatever works for you, girl. Like whatever needs you to get through this. Dinner? Here. He like puts a plate next to Rodden. Eat up.
You're giving to Rodden?
That's
No, it's for you.
Just sit down next to Rodden.
So I get it. Sorry.
Just looking at Rodden. Yeah, you need to eat. Karis, sit down.
Yeah, you should come eat.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What were you guys doing?
Let's figure out a next step.
Honestly, trying just to put together some of what we've learned. And it's not super easy, but we obviously don't have the full picture yet, but even the stuff we have isn't really fitting together, so.
Not giving up on your mom, but
Yeah.
I don't know if going right back to the dragon's the right move or if we need to reach out to Zangul.
Yeah, we weren't sure what you would think about that, or if we even want to think about it now, if we want to rest and talk about it tomorrow, whatever you think would be best.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about this.
Yeah, can we talk about tomorrow?
Yeah.
Maybe it'll like help us think about even what he said. There's so much. Like I do not know how to keep track of it all.
Yeah, just didn't want to waste too much time.
We can get up really early and talk about it.
I'd say regardless, we do need to sleep anyway, yeah, so maybe it's, I don't think that we're wasting time by making sure we're resting. And
Plus, we don't even have
Doing
a
whatever
diamond,
we-
you guys. Not something that is good enough to do it now, so.
yeah.
Rod reaches out to you, Karis, and just like touches your shoulder, and you heal for 34 hit points.
Ah, so much. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, just want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Ren will take the next 10 minutes as well, and kind of doing a silent prayer, sort of humming the prayer of healing
All right.
on all 6 of us, even though they're probably at home. But he wants them to know he loves us. Well, 16 points.
Oh, very
All right.
nice.
I think I'm almost at full
Much
health again.
better.
Yeah, I'm back at full. Woo.
Would we get
I
a
have a
short
lot of
rest at all in there while we're waiting for Karis?
If you want to do a short rest, you are welcome to do one.
Also,
time- is it
meanwhile,
nighttime?
sitting on the
I don't know.
beach.
What? Yeah, you can do a short rest.
Cool.
But
Two.
What, Kelly? Sorry.
it's
Oh,
nighttime
nothing.
now.
I remember.
It's
Yeah, I
nighttime.
figured. Okay.
But Gwen will eventually let you go to sleep, and we can connect in the morning.
Okay. Sure.
And she'll get up and walk out.
Renan looks like he doesn't want her to leave, but do you guys need? We're all fine sleeping in the same place. You need me to sleep outside or something?
I think we're okay here. I mean, we should probably stay. I can stay at first. I'm at full health, or I'm fine, so I can do the first watch if we need to.
I definitely need to do watches for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
I could do a watch too if you guys need me. No problem. Said this was a shadow thing. You guys fought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like
Yeah.
it could still be out there, and
I was gonna ask you guys. It didn't do. It wasn't like poisonous to you, right? Any attacks?
I don't think so. What was the breath weapon? What sort of damage? Like, was it necrotic?
Yeah, I felt like
think it was
your
necrotic, yeah.
skin was just like being killed off, basically, like necrotic damage.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, is that what Sab was referencing?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I thought something else has happened to Karis, like with her markings or some bad reaction.
Oh.
No, all you guys
No.
have this. All you guys have like
Okay.
necrosis kind of looking skin right
Right.
now. It's pretty bad.
Mm.
Healing helped a lot of it, but like that's what it looked like, especially when you guys were at 1 hit point. So
Yeah.
real bad.
Okay.
All like scabby now and dry, like all the moisture.
Oh,
like,
it's
What?
disgusting. Yeah,
yeah, gross.
That's pretty gross. Okay.
but Rod just kind of nods. Okay. Should we get some sleep?
yeah.
I can take the first watch if you want.
Take the last one.
Y'all be first. I don't mind.
You want to go with
Uh,
Rod?
Oh, you'll go with Rod. Okay. Yeah, I'll
Mhm,
take second
everybody's
then.
good. Sorry, I want to make sure you guys can rest first because I'm not as bad as you guys are.
So, first watch, Rod and Raya. Keep an eye out for things, and it's a quiet evening. Do you want to talk about anything with Rodden, or you just kind of?
My shield out.
No, unless he says anything, I'm just gonna mostly be. I'm like deep in
You're
thought,
deep
trying
in
to
your
like.
paperwork and connecting dots. And
Yeah,
full on
I'm like,
conspiracy
God, like,
theory mode. Yep.
I'm just thinking really hard and trying, because even like I said, I guess I realized like I don't even know what questions like to ask or how like nobody seems to know the question or answers to questions we have. So I guess unless he brings something up, then I'll just be silent, just be thinking.
Before we go to bed, sorry, real quick rewind.
Mm-hmm.
Ren will read one of the stories from Mr. Shaw's book.
Cares. Okay.
Is there like a wolf in sheep's clothing type story? Like Big Bad Wolf? similar thing.
Give me an investigation roll. See if you can find something.
I gotta find an investigation. It's not intimidation. That's a 0. 18.
You look at the table of contents and you recognize one of the stories that's sort of along those lines, and you can read that one.
I don't know if Paris picks up on it, but that's speaking about illuminates and all that.
Yeah, I think she.
Nice. Okay. All right.
She has like suspicious eyes, but appreciates the gestures. She's just kind of like she does the bundled up thing when she's listening.
It just goes sheep. You want to learn a word?
Shape. Okay.
That's that one. There.
Yeah, I like try to learn it.
He doesn't spend much beyond sheep. This is just a reading night for this part.
So you read the
It's
story.
going to be a month later where Renan will just get a text that just says sheep.
Sheep! I
And that's it.
don't know what that means.
But yeah, Rod and Raya, you just watch go on eventfully. Curse. Is there anything you want to do while you're watching?
I don't think so. Probably just be sad.
Okay.
And like look at the mirror and stuff, like just kind of check everything that I've been looking out for, but at this point I don't even think that anything's gonna happen, like, or she wouldn't, but it's like a routine now.
Yep.
Oh, Mr. Shaw, we went into a dragon fight and then we fell in.
And then we'd get to Renan's watch. And is there anything you want to do during our watch?
Put on my armor. And
Alright.
then. Nah, just look around.
Okay. But the night goes on uneventfully for all of you. I'm not going to torture you with wondering that. As you get to the
Hey.
last day of the year, the next morning you all wake
Wow.
up.
I don't like that. Sounds ominous.
So ominous.
If Mark was ever gonna put an event on the new year. This is
True.
what it'd be.
We can do wake up rolls after our break.
Wake up rolls.
After
Oh,
our
okay.
break. We're gonna take a break here. And everyone can go ahead and go get refreshments, whatever they need to do, business to take care of, signing contracts, whatever you have to do during the break. Take care of those, and we will be back shortly. We do have a question of the day on the break screen because Dragon won the tournament and won the fight last week. And now there's a question. We're going back to that old routine. So you can answer that in the chat, maybe discuss that with others, and just be kind to each other and love each other and make some friends and have a good time while we're on break. So we'll see you all shortly. See y'all soon. Hello, everybody. We are back from our break. You guys all said some great answers to that question. All of you are so kind, too, to want to play with us, too. That means a lot to us. So, thank you. So kind. I know a lot of you, I either have played with you or will be playing with you shortly. So, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
That's
True.
exciting. So, very much excitement happening for that. But yeah, we're going to jump back into our session here with our players doing their wake-up rolls to wake up on the last day of the year and decide what they're going to do going forward. So, everyone can roll their wake-up rolls.
Woohoo.
And
7.
7.
7 too.
7.
3.
And a 3.
Slept in.
So, Karis and Raya, you both awaken about the same time. And Rodden is already up, already ready for the day. Brought breakfast and has it all prepared for all three of you sitting on one of the side tables. Because he rolled a natural 20 for his wake-up roll.
Yeah.
And
He's
was
ready to
on
go.
top of it today. So there's food ready for both of you as you wake up. And Rodden just sort of sitting there. Good morning.
Oh my! I'm like halfway, like hanging out of bed, like, oh, whoa! You're already wow! You did you do all that?
Yeah, I mean, you guys looked like you needed to rest, so I just got things ready for you.
That's so.
That's
nice,
amazing.
Rodden.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'll get up
no
and start
problem.
eating, I guess.
Just glad you are all okay.
Did you use your friend to do that?
No, I did it myself.
Whoa. Hey, did that card ever help your friend to like me again?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, that's good. I worked really hard on it.
Yeah, you guys are really good friends now.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I just kind of like, yeah, I'm not even like getting ready yet. I'm just going over to eat.
Okay.
I try and read like Karis's mood just to see like she's like okay, or if
Sure. You can roll an insight.
Yeah.
Karis, you can tell her.
you trying to deceive me. Okay. Woof. What is up? 23 because I rolled 3.
I'm actually the dragon in disguise. And
Surprise, everybody! Roll initiative.
She's been a kobold, the son of kobold.
No.
yeah, I mean she
Not
definitely seems I think you could tell like she's sad, like really sad and like
Yeah.
overwhelmed, but she seems to at least have her head about her, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like she can move forward.
Okay.
Like
That was kind of my
especially- yeah.
Okay. That was kind of my thing, was like I wanted to see if like planning would even be fruitful today, or if we should like, even if it takes longer, if it'd be worse potentially to wait, like if it'd be better to like rest for a while, you know, kind of trying to see like what the mood of the day was, I guess, or how the vibe was.
Yeah.
So if she seems like she's like at least put together enough to potentially make plans and go forward, then I'll take that as like good sign.
And Renan, you awaken shortly after with breakfast there. Everyone else already up.
I had this dream of this weird 11-on-11 sports game. I don't know, it was just really weird. But no, Renan would have fallen
What?
asleep with the moon orb in his hand again, still trying to like pray and like hoping he gets like a heartbeat when he's reaching out for Zilla. And just, like that's all he does when he's on his downtime. But kind of wakes up, looks at us sad, and oh, it's all right. I usually the last one up.
Look.
Here's food for you.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it.
What are you making him look at,
Nothing.
Karis?
Oh, I was making him look at the food also. Like, as he says, I made
over
food.
there.
Like, she's like,
Rotating
look.
it. Cool. Wow.
Everyone humoring cares so much.
He's
She
definitely
could do anything.
walking on glass. Yeah, walking on
I could put
seashells
glitter
around her.
all over everything, and none of you could see
Yeah,
it.
maybe it could distract the dragon. I think that's actually a good tactic. So you guys get good sleep.
It was okay. Did you talk
Yeah.
to Moon Lady?
Not directly. Really hear much. Sorry.
I was okay. I was just wondering.
Should we
Sometimes she comes to talk to you in a dream when
Okay.
we're all real sad.
Yeah. No, I don't think I was asking the right question for her tonight. It's fine. She's with us.
should we try and make a plan, or are we gonna? Do you guys want to rest a bit more? What you're thinking?
I'm ready to talk it out. How do you guys feel?
I'm okay to make a plan.
I guess first thing, do we want to go immediately back? Go.
Before we make a plan, we should talk about everything that we found out. Like what Mr.
Okay.
Shaw does, because he's not here, so we have to do it now. Like we have to talk about every little thing that we found out, and
Okay.
put it down a list, or not a list, but in our heads, one blah 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 blah, phew, like that, and.
Uh-huh. Reddit's wondering if she's lost it.
I will.
Yeah, why don't you lead that? I thought that was part of his planning. Yeah, why don't you be the why don't you take the host on that one? Raya took a host on that last night. So, what do you
Well,
got?
plus we have to tell Rodden what we found out anyway. Wait, do we need Gwen here?
Yeah, I'd say it's best to have everybody. Do we want
that's
Curtis
fine.
and Herbert? Or are we gonna keep it?
I don't think there's any point keeping a secret anymore.
Agreed. Should we have everyone come in? Not everyone, but relevant parties. Or should we keep it smaller? I told Hibbert and Curtis a little bit last night, but obviously, again, I don't know. I don't know if this helps. Not that it's Mr. Shaw's office or anything as good as that, but if we wanted to go into my little hidey hole area, it apparently, I think it is resistant to spells or things that could potentially listen, so we could always talk in there.
Oh.
That's a good point. A little cramped, maybe, but
might be a little cramped, but better than being overheard if we need to talk in detail.
Yeah, if we want to try that, we can. I don't mind doing that. There's not as many people that can get in there, right?
I think 8. Hold on.
I think 8 is very cramped, though.
Yeah, it says up to. Oh my gosh, I can't read. Why am I not seeing it? Oh yeah, it is 8 medium creatures. So yeah, it would be cramped. So I guess we could keep it to we keep it to relevant, people who could come with us. I guess so. We could just do Rod and Gwen if we want, and Sarah if she wants to know. But I don't know.
Maybe we could just have Rodden and Gwen, and then if we need to tell the important things to everybody later, we can.
Yeah,
or
that works.
Or do we want to ask Hibbert to come too? Then there's at least one of them.
Do you think they know anything more than they've told us?
No, I guess not. But
I was only thinking it might be useful for potentially insider knowledge on like things that may seem really irrelevant.
How things work. Yeah.
Yeah, or like something that may stick out in their heads that would jog some sort of thought. Something that didn't seem like a big deal at the time, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if we can't do that, then we can keep it small for now.
What about Saberlyra?
I was gonna ask that too. She doesn't know a lot, but maybe be good for it. I don't know.
She doesn't know a lot, but I think she would want to know, but I don't know if she needs to like sit with us to talk about it, because she's real busy. So I don't want to. Well, plus I think she's really sad about what happened yesterday. So and she's like looking away for a second.
Okay, we can just keep
blinking really fast. And it's just so yeah. Anyway, so I don't want to make her sit. Like with us if she needs.
Okay, we can just keep it us
then. We can tell
then.
her everything later.
Yeah, I don't think she likes me still, so that's fair.
Not really.
Burn that bridge. Yeah.
Not really. Just open. Yeah, you're right. Okay, then in that case, then we can just have Rod and Gwen come up with us. Still be big and tight, but not quite as tight as.
Hibbert.
Yeah.
Too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll go grab Hibbert then and just be like, hey, like we're gonna talk in a area.
So,
You want to go get
come with
Gwen?
you and-
Karis obviously goes. Do you want to get Gwen, Ren?
Sure. Do you want to go with me?
No.
Okay. Do you want to stay here with Rodden?
Sure.
Okay.
Ron, again, just looking between the two of you, just like, this is really uncomfortable.
It's like a failed Uno reverse card. It was like, oh, yeah, no, I'll go get one.
Oh my gosh. So we gather everybody.
Yeah. Ron just like looks at you. It's really weird, isn't he?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I was embarrassing him as revenge for him embarrassing us, and then he tried to embarrass me, but it didn't work. That's what was going on there.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Oh, you did? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
You don't look as excited about it as I do.
No, it's funny. It's great. Yeah, make him feel uncomfortable. Yeah. Good job.
They are perfect for each other.
But you gather everyone up
Yeah.
and bring them all back.
I'll do my rope trick, and just I'm like, all right, everyone, get in. They might not be able to. I don't know. In case anyone's listening.
No explanation.
No explanation. Just
Everyone.
all right, everybody up here.
Climb up in there.
It's safe, by the way.
It's a secret hiding place in case we can talk and no one can hear us. Hopefully.
Just in case, I don't know. You never know who could, Once we get up there, I'll just be like, we don't really. I guess once we get there, yeah, then I'll like say like we don't know if Illuminance has ways of hearing people. Shaw seemed to be nervous about it. Obviously we're a lot closer to the city then, but we just want to be sure that we're not trying to, take any risks that we don't need to take, I guess.
Ryan was gonna probably pull back Karis just for 2 seconds, like make sure we're the last two that go up, type sort of thing. Hey, you are okay, right? For as much as you can be.
Mm-hmm.
So, trust in whatever you want to do, by the way.
I'm gonna try to do it.
You don't need to be afraid. Choice that we make. Don't you know that?
Okay.
It's in your gut.
I talk him. Let it go up.
Sorry for trying to embarrass you.
I'm sorry for trying to embarrass you too.
Yeah, it's okay.
So all 6 of you gather within this magic rope trick, and it's a little cramped, not too bad. There's still some elbow room to move around, but it's still somewhat cramped.
I just take my shield and like leave it outside.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's just kind of like looking to you for what you want to do.
Okay, so I've been trying to go over everything that everyone said and happened, in the last however long, and we have a lot of questions that we don't have answered yet, and I don't know if we want to, or I don't know if we want to do that, start with that, or maybe just start with like what information we put together. How do you guys want to do this?
Wait, we can like go over what the dragon said first.
Okay.
Okay, so basically this dragon, you guys, he has been there this whole time, and I think he is bad.
And he's never had anything to do with the Sun Elves, so that's one thing that,
Mhm.
like, I'll look at Gwen, I guess, and be like, Zilla had mentioned that Sun Elves had a lot to do with dragons. Is that kind of like, is that something that you'd heard Sab say, or is that anything, like, do you know anything about that?
She'll just say, yes, they can be sort of our history as powerful creatures. Some are thought to be made up stories, but others might be more true. But there's stories in our people, yes.
Obviously, this dragon was not involved in it, but doesn't mean, I guess, there's not any, especially from the original Sun Elf plane, that maybe were helpful. I don't know, but this one was not from there, so
Yeah, he did not care.
He didn't seem to care about anything besides just himself.
What he said was that he made a deal with Illuminance, and I guess all of them did, like all the demons, the big ones, like Darzagon and Zangul and Boyd and this dragon. And they were all from this place called Baraxon, which is bad, I think.
I don't like a prison or a hell for them, right?
Yeah, like
something like that.
Yeah.
Which Column? Sorry, Column had said that as well about Zangul, is that he's from. Or no, I'm sorry. Illuminance had told us that himself, is that Zangul is from Braxon. So that's confirmed, I guess. But
Hibbert will nod as you're saying this.
Okay. Yeah. So, and then when we talked to Illuminance, he said he was from a place called Hetia, which is like, I don't know,
like a heavenly realm of some sort. I don't know really. So he said it was something was
like souls go, they die.
I think they call it like celestial or something.
Yeah, and there's other people like Illuminance there. But then what the dragon said to us is that Illuminance got like kicked out of there or something by this guy named Acacius, that I guess he runs the place. He's the big boss man. And so then Illuminance was kicked out into Vraxon too. So they were all in the same place, I think, if the dragon was saying it's true.
Or they all met there, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know if he ever said that he was directly banished to Vraxon, or after he was banished, he went to Vraxon to get their help. It's one of the two.
Yeah, we don't. He didn't.
I had a hard time following him.
Yeah, he didn't say specifically. I don't think that Illuminance. Oh no, I'm saying, Illuminance had been banished. He did say that. I'm sorry, I had it written down.
Well, he was banished, but I don't know if he was banished directly to Vraxon or he was banished to somewhere else and then went to Vraxon to make this deal for help as revenge.
Okay.
Didn't
we remember, Mark?
I believe what Raya said is accurate.
Okay. Oh, he was banished to Vraxon?
No, just that he was banished.
Okay, so
Oh,
it is
from
okay.
today.
Ahedia.
From
Okay.
Ahedia, banished from Ahedia.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good.
So wasn't able.
But
And
what
I think
about
Acacius.
what Renan is saying? Do we remember him saying that he went to Varaxon to make these deals with
You
the
don't know about
demons?
There's
Okay.
nothing specific about that you remember. It's just the deal was in Vraxon. Yes.
She was able to go there at least.
Yes. He did. He was in Vraxon when he made the deal. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Acacius apparently is in Ahedia though. Still. And it seems to be a situation kind of like what Illuminance does, where he like decides if people's behavior is good or bad, I guess, and can banish people to different places. But it doesn't sound like he. Yeah, that's kind of what he. So it sounds like Illuminance is kind
Yeah.
of doing what he does, but on a small scale. I don't know.
So, yeah, so the dragon said that they all made this deal together, and I don't know what even they're all supposed to be doing, but somehow everything in and the city and the aura is like included in this. All of it is a big thing to try and make get back to Ahetia somehow and kill Acacius.
Yes.
And then
And-
they're the big boss mans, and it's their place now.
Also we brought up the rune situation with the dragon, and the dragon pointedly did not say anything about it. The only one who was a little bit more forthcoming, I guess, about the rune situation was, or not forthcoming, but Boyd. When we talked to him about the runes, he outright said, I can't talk about that. So he would tell us directly he couldn't mention anything about any of it. The dragon seemed to just ignore us, and also we have Karis's compass that points to the runes, and it seemed to point to the big pit. There's this big pit that had like advanced darkness at the bottom, and I think the rune was down there somewhere, I think. And the dragon seemed to be protecting it because every time one of us would go down there, he would go down there, and it seemed like he was pretty adamant about either killing us down there or, I don't know, protecting it. I'm not sure. But he didn't say what the runes did, and he did mention the crack in the sky. We talked about that, and he said it didn't matter to him, but we don't know if that has to do with the rune, I'm assuming. But I don't know if that made any sense. I'm trying to put it
Yeah.
down.
Well,
Also, okay.
yeah, so it seems like the runes are something they won't talk about, but one thing the dragon did talk about was that like when we were there, he kept saying stuff like, okay, well, you belong to Illuminance, like you're his, you go back to where you came from, you need to be in the aura, and he kept making a big deal about the aura.
And he seemed to.
We had to be in there. That was like important, and it was part of the plan somehow, like their plan.
And it seems like he said something about Zangul, how he used to work with Illuminance, but he got greedy and just wanted more souls. It makes me wonder if maybe, I don't know, it's like he had his own little section of land or whatever, where he was able to get certain souls, and the dragon said our souls belong to Illuminance, and he was trying to get, Zangul was getting greedy. So I don't know if that means that each area of land seems to be designated to a specific demon, or if they're allowed to like do whatever they want there. And Illuminance is the city, so he has the most souls. I'm not sure. I don't really know if he was super clear on that, but is that kind of like what you guys got too? I don't know. That's kind of the impression I was getting. Okay.
Well,
I think.
Hibbert would
Okay.
pipe up and just be like, yeah, I mean, that's a big teaching that they brought up, was when you're nearing the end of your life to come and offer yourself up to Illuminance for the protection of the city.
Right.
And I'm
Did they say it was to make the aura better?
That's what we were taught.
He had that necklace, right? So
Yeah.
you think those souls were in the necklace, and Zangul wanted access to those.
I mean, I don't know much about the necklace, unfortunately, but yeah.
Question for you though: Is it just me, or does it seem like if you're part of that demon section, it's like it can't or won't kill you directly, but it has to kill you through other means?
What do you mean?
Well, like, why did Illuminus banish us instead of just kill us? And why didn't he get killed? He got banished. Or Jargazon. Like, he could have just came in and wiped the two of us out, but he put us against each other.
Well, with Jarzagon, I think he couldn't fit anywhere because he was so big and gross.
But he could. He used his roots everywhere. And then Void. Void didn't, well,
Well, that was another thing.
Void didn't
So
directly kill things.
apparently Boyd, because Boyd couldn't talk about his rune either, but he had, from what we remember Curtis telling us, which obviously, and I'll look at Hibbert and be like, you can confirm this with him. Boyd seemed to come find Curtis directly after he left the beacon, and it was after Curtis had done restoration or whatever himself, and he, had his memories cleared again. Boyd seemed to be just kind of living on his own, not doing much, and he was protecting some people who were actually from this plane. He seemed to have a lot of people around that he kind of like helped. I don't know. And whatever deal he might have made with Illuminance, he seemed to want out of it badly enough to where he was willing to die for that. I don't know if that's kind of the impression that I got, but I don't know if that's true. But the dragon did say Boyd had gotten weak, I guess, or was like a fool.
He called him a traitor.
They called him a traitor and a fool, I think, that he said he was like weak, that he wanted out of his deal. So maybe Boyd discovered something or realized he didn't actually want to go through with it. I don't know, but he was clearly part of it. And
so Rodden will speak up. So you're saying that Jarzagon, Boyd, and the dragon all work together with Illuminance?
And Zangul did originally. They all did originally, and now looks like Boyd wanted out of his deal, so he made us kill him. That was he literally made us make a deal, harassed us to the point of making a deal with him to kill him. And he not only had us kill him, he had us come to the rune to kill him, meaning I think he wanted us to find it.
And Jarzagon had a rune.
Yeah.
Is my memory blanking out? Did we say anything about Stokes the dragon? Is he the one that said that?
Yeah.
We did.
Stokes also worked with Illuminance.
Yeah.
But then again, his dying breath, he said something about like being sorry to Zangul. So I don't know if maybe Stokes was either confused about Zangul's alliance.
The dragon said that he was
Zangul
faking it.
Or
Faking it, okay. That's
Yeah,
right.
the dragon said no, he's working with Illuminance. That was probably a big fake. But that's all what the dragon's saying. So
Hibbert will say, and Stokes is always a big person to protect in the city, and if the souls there are important to Illuminance, then
he'd want to protect
the city.
Exactly.
So Stokes just like a lackey. He didn't seem like he was a very powerful demon, to be honest. He seemed like he was pretty, maybe like small. I don't know. He didn't.
And
maybe
that would
he's
make
just
sense why
lackey.
he was able to stay in the aura if he belongs to Illuminance.
That's true. He might have been just
We'll
working for
nod
him.
to that as well.
Okay.
Sounds like there's this ownership as part of this deal. I don't understand that.
Well, yeah, that's what the dragon said too. Is that the reason why Zangul is like doing all this stuff is because he said he got greedy and couldn't wait his turn, basically. Like
eat souls or to like get power, I guess, by eating souls. I don't know.
Then maybe Zangul will be willing to spill information. Still might be our enemy, but if he is against Illuminance as well, maybe he has information that we can gather. Put all this together.
So if we're looking at, hold on, Boyd, Zangul, Jarzagon, Illuminance, dragon. So is it 5? 5 of them that have sections? Dragons to the west.
Jargazon to
Void
the
was Jargons
to
to
the
the
south.
east. Void to the south.
To the north?
Is the cities to the
Jargazon?
north or no?
You don't know of anything.
Okay. I didn't know if we had like if they each had seemingly sections and then Illuminance had the city. I don't know if that's a
Maybe the
thought
cabin
that's-
is to the north? I mean, seems cabin's more west, right?
The cabin? Which cabin?
Well,
By Zangul.
we've never been able
That's
to.
west.
He can't point the cabin on the map, can he? Or
No,
can
it's
he?
west, though. That's what you've heard.
Oh, okay.
And Rodden, I mean, he couldn't tell you exactly because he doesn't look at it on the map. But Rodden will say, I mean, I can get you to the cabin if you need to go there.
We have those
Yeah.
stones.
Yep, I still got it. But oh dang it, I had a train of thought and I lost it.
we were talking about Void, different directions.
Ownership.
Zangul being ownership of like souls.
Oh, I
Zangul
was
being
gonna
greedy.
say, the other thing I was thinking about is those people that Boyd helped. I don't remember if we told you guys this, but we found some people in a different city down south, I think, was it?
It-
Yeah.
And they're actually from here.
Yeah, they're from here. Like they were in the original city, so they were the ones that could like read all the books and stuff because they speak the same language. And they said that they saw a blue flash, and then one of the guys went, and the power went out, and then one of the guys went to go see the beacon city for help, and then he said the whole thing was empty.
Yeah, there's
And there's
nothing
like
in it.
no one there. And then he came back, and then that's when Demon started attacking his city. So I don't know if
And
that
so,
like makes sense with everything we've been hearing though, because like I don't know if the dragon's lying or if Illuminance is lying, because they both seemed like they weren't lying.
it seems like potentially if the dragon's not lying, I guess, Illuminance gave certain section or maybe gave souls or whatever to different groups. So like the elves he seemed to give to Jarzagon. So he might have poofed them into this realm from where they're from. And then Zangul, he might have poofed in like a bunch of the people in the outskirts. I don't know, I'm not sure.
Gwen will speak up. I mean, maybe, but it seems more that there's a rune or something that seems like that is consistent, not necessarily souls.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
And
you
that's
said
what
to
made
the south there's nobody, but a few?
And
Yeah. And yeah, that's it.
And
The rest are
what
demons.
is to the west?
Oh, the dragon said he didn't even need souls. That he said that to us.
Yeah, maybe
He
it's-
said So-
But there was a rune, so we didn't see it, but we suspect there was. And it seems the runes seem to be surrounded by the same magic that everybody has, which is the forgetting, memory replacement, whatever. Not memory, but just completely forgetting. I don't know.
Gwen will just say,
So-
I never forgot them though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
didn't.
interesting. Yeah, let's think about that for a second. Gwen, when did you had your injection and stuff when you saw the rune, right? You had like
It was before.
That was
Before?
Yes.
okay.
She was taken by Column.
No, it was before she was taking my column.
Right. What I'm saying, then she was taken by Column after.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry.
Then she came back and we defeated Jargazon.
Did you feel anything, Gwen? Like, you know how You know when you kind of feel something messing with your mind sometimes, like with spells and stuff? Did you feel like as like time went on, did you feel like you had to kind of fight against something, or did you just not even? No, nothing. Okay.
No.
But we never felt like we had to fight it either, right?
Nope.
When we forget.
Just
No, it
It's
just
happened.
It
happened.
was
If
either
it-
we did or we didn't. Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like it's the same. Different.
here's my question: because me and Ren were talking about this, Karis, when we asked the Lumens about the runes, he genuinely didn't seem to know anything about it, unless he's a very good liar, which he could be. But he didn't seem to know anything about the runes. So we were thinking, what if the runes were something that maybe the demons themselves put into place to keep Illuminance in check? I don't know. Like maybe he really doesn't know about them, and
I don't know.
And Hibbert
I
will
don't
just
either.
say, I mean, either there's something worse out there, or
yeah,
he is a really good liar.
he could be a really good liar.
We know there's a rune around him somewhere.
Something,
On
yeah.
himself.
There's something, around him.
Okay, and here's what Illuminate said when we talked to him.
Mm-hmm.
I was like thinking about this last night. It's like, what if he's not lying and the dragon is, you know? Because who knows? It's
Who knows?
so confusing.
Yeah.
So Illuminate said he was from Hetia.
Mm-hmm.
He like sensed or something that people were in trouble. And so he came here and had to do his blue flash thingy to hurt all the demons, and it also killed all the peoples.
Which doesn't
And
line up with
then-
the people in the cave say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
Because
line
the
up.
demons came after.
I think he's deceiving, but what are you
But wait,
thinking?
what?
Well,
Okay.
but then he just said that he didn't know how the rest of the people got here because he was too focused on protecting the beacon or the aura, and he knew people would bring them though. But
So
when
he
you
needs-
take
Go ahead. Sorry.
when you take away the memories, the fake memories, there wasn't an attack, so who would even bring them but him? And we saw him bring us to that weird place with Shaw.
And the blue light was there too. Like when we had that, it was a flash of blue light. So we know the same spell he used to. And I guess that's I look at Hibbert and be like, when people would sacrifice themselves, I know they got consumed in flame, but was there any sort of blue light? Was it just like no? Okay.
No. But one thing about what you just said, Illuminance's like range, I think, is limited.
Yeah.
Whether it was in the tower or if he's just on the rooftop, the range is limited, so potentially things outside of that might not be affected by him. Might not have things happen.
What do you mean?
Well, you were talking about like killing everything, but if the people to the south are too far away, it might not have reached them.
Like the
Which is
villagers.
why
Yeah.
The
Or-
villagers have never been affected.
Or the mountains might be blocking it.
Oh.
I thought too, because Boyd
Interesting.
Boyd made an effort to save certain people from the city and put them in a cave. And he didn't tell them about the city. He didn't ever let them know about it. I think that's an interesting choice why he chose to protect them and set them up to be able to survive. And they were very far away. I just think that's like
Well, were they from Hillcrest or were they from here?
They're from Hillcrest.
Hillcrest.
I mean, it's the closest thing to Hillcrest that kept them safe from demons.
But they didn't. Demons went and killed everybody in Hillcrest. They didn't just. But then when obviously here in this city, whatever it was called before, I can't remember. It was just empty. It's not like demons came and like killed everyone. It seemed like everyone had just gotten poofed away.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the-
Beacon.
okay.
That's
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So why would he like?
There's another name for it, is what she was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did he
maple
let
something or whatever? I can't
Maple,
Maplewood or
yeah.
something, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like, did he? if all this is, if everyone's what's saying is true, Illuminants wanted this city specifically, maybe because it was more centrally located and had a good range, but he let the demons kind of go crazy in Hillcrest. And again, Boyd made a decision to save certain people for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know why that's always perplexed me, why he would save them.
I mean, maybe he just felt bad, or he wanted someone to talk to. He liked to talk to people.
Yeah, but he didn't seem to have any sort of issue traveling around, he could
Yeah.
like, why? That seems very deliberate to me. And he wasn't also
He could
It
have
just
brought
seems
him into
deliberate.
the zoo like he did with Curtis.
Yeah, or he could have like even, I don't know. Why I don't know, he didn't reveal himself as anything. He kept himself like
Gwen will say,
and he
wasn't the zoo where the rune was, though?
yeah, so he didn't have him near there.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want anyone there.
That's true. But he never came back to talk to them after he set them up to like live. He like left and never came back.
And we don't know what kind of deal he made with them. Maybe he did get something from them and we never found out about it. He's a
Yeah,
deal
he
maker.
didn't. He said
That's
he
true.
said that there wasn't, but maybe there was something they didn't know about. But I mean, they said that.
Maybe it was a deal with
He did.
the Giants.
Rodden will say, wait, weren't you telling me that Boyd was responsible for what happened to Raya's dad? And that was to blow up the tower? Like the
Which would have hurt Illuminants.
So
Yeah,
maybe
he was
he
working
was-
with Zangul.
Boyd was working against Illuminants?
Illuminants, yeah.
Or was helping Column.
Helping Colin.
But he wasn't I don't know if he was I mean
Because he made the deal with Marvin for the explosives.
he
And
did.
Column is the one
And
that got the explosives.
He's the one that gave us the map to go find you, Rodden. So like he knew about Column and where he was.
I think he made a deal with Column. And that might have been a loophole.
And maybe
Oh,
Zangul too.
maybe.
Like,
Yeah. And who knows? I mean, yeah, I'm spitballing. I don't know.
yeah.
Me too. That's literally all that I feel like I'm just throwing things at the wall and see what sticks.
Boyd, if you hear us, you could join us in our little ball here.
So just get nothing.
I'm
Action figure just shows up. Hey guys.
afraid he's dead. Well, that's what the dragon called him like a fool and a traitor, which means like, and we were very, and he literally gave us a bunch of resources, gave us to Curtis to bring us back to life to then fulfill our deal. He clearly wanted to die very badly for whatever
He knew that
reason.
we were the best threat against Illuminants.
Yeah, and again, he wanted us to, maybe he was bound by whatever deal he made previously to protect the rune. And so he needed to have us. Good.
I'll just be like, so he was setting you up to stop Illuminance.
He was.
I think so.
I think
Especially
so.
because
way.
remember
Yeah.
when we were like really having a hard time figuring out if we should team up with him or not, or like kill him. And we kept asking him, is this going to hurt the city? Is this going to hurt the people? And he was like, no,
wouldn't
it's not
answer.
going to hurt
Yeah.
the people. He would say that, but every time we were like, but is it going to hurt Illuminants? He's like, I can't talk about
wouldn't
that. And
say.
he'd never say. So that's what I remember what made me not want to take it at the time, because I thought Illuminants was nice and I didn't want him to get hurt. But like he didn't seem to, I want to eat all the people type of thing. Like,
No. And again, he literally, when we tried to attack him, when he'd keep poofing away, he wouldn't let us, like, if he wanted to die that badly, if it was just to die, then he wouldn't have let us all the way to Hillcrest, to the zoo, to the ruin. And then again, he also was just randomly there when Curtis was leaving the beacon. Again, it seems like he just made a deal with him to protect or just clean up after the zoo. It just, again, seems very deliberate.
Protected some people from Hillcrest.
Yeah.
Mark, you said the runes were aberration, right?
Not aberration. What's the spell? Aberration's like a creation of things. Abjuration is the
No, what I just
protection.
said. What did I say?
It's an aberration,
Oh.
which is like the weird created monster type thingies. But abjuration.
Abjuration, that's what I meant to say.
Abjuration is a protective magic.
That's what those are.
That's what was part of it. Yep.
Yeah, because you said Ren would at least know that it has something to do with banishing or protecting, right? Is that his understanding of abjuration?
Yeah, you kind of get like
not meta or anything.
Protective, sort of protecting, sealing, like that type of thing.
Here's the one thing though that I've been thinking about that I don't know why. But if Illuminance and Jarzagon and the dragon are all BFFs or whatever, why was Jarzagon's roots getting all over and attacking people in the city and stuff?
Again, maybe they were getting bored of. I mean, it's been almost 43 years. Maybe they were getting impatient and wanted to try and get whatever power they could. I don't know.
It could have just, to be fair, it could have just been collateral, because if that was poisoning the woods, and if the woods weren't necessarily directly under his control, that was then poisoning humans that came in contact.
I mean, maybe, but like he was, if he was telling Aaliyah, like he was with Aaliyah and he was telling Aaliyah to like go dig up a bunch of bodies, and the bodies were like running around the city and like hurting people. That seems really weird.
Yeah.
It does seem weird.
Gwen also says they were dead though. They weren't the living ones in the city, were they? That were coming up?
Yeah, they guess they're all dead already, so maybe it was just not really relevant. Maybe didn't care. Who knows?
I guess I don't even know why he wanted this in the first place.
That's Aaliyah's power, not Jargazon's power.
It's true.
So if it was more Lorith and the extremists wanting like more power to take me and Gwen down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe
and that's just a byproduct of she was bringing up skeletons and these little roots were poisoning people. Yeah, because you got the parasite when it attacked you. I mean, I could also see the argument of definitely saying if they were trying to go after, find a way to break this seal, if they were sealed to these spots, like a prison, or
not even sealed. They seem like they move around, but they may just have to keep in mind the protection of these, like the runes at like matter what.
Yeah.
I had a thought, but it didn't. Now that I think about what we learned about the nature of it, doesn't quite make sense. But I was thinking, if it sounds like Illuminance wants revenge on this guy, and he's collecting souls, right? And I might be wrong on this one. Did Shaw say anything about using it for a power source?
That's
right. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
The possibility that he's gaining power using it. Do you think?
Yeah.
He's also draining power from these demons the more they get stronger?
I don't know, because if they're trying to break into a new place.
But if he doesn't care about the demons and is just like, well, I'm going to use you guys to gain power, but I'm going to get enough power to become the main boss.
Maybe. The one thing I was thinking about though is the dragon said, first of all, he's like, I'm going to be the one that kills Acacius because I hate him. But also, he said that he had some other thing he was supposed to do when Illuminance was ready. Do you remember he said that?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what that thing is, but maybe
Illuminance is a liar. Maybe it's to either break the seal to allow Illuminance free once he's powerful enough. Maybe it's protecting him from being stopped.
You said something, Hibbert, that like bothers me. You said, what if there's like something worse than him? And that makes me wonder about like, I mean, obviously Illuminance could be, but it could be a Stokes situation where it's like he's working for someone else, potentially more powerful, and I don't know. That makes me nervous.
Tell us if we're powerful, if we're able to fight with him against something else.
Maybe I
Why
mean
ban it?
he may not want to though. You know what I mean? If he's working for someone, if it's to his benefit to,
I mean,
like, what
Oh,
if
I
this?
see what you're saying. I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Okay.
Like, what if this whole Acacius
He is a
thing
lackey for
is
someone else.
yes, and what if this
Okay.
whole Acacius thing is just sort of like the demon's prize for it, but he has something bigger? I don't know. Like
Hibbert
he doesn't
will,
really care about Acacius. I don't know.
along that thought, just, I mean, maybe, but who? What? What would be above him?
I don't
Maybe
know.
maybe the cracks in the sky have something to do with, I don't know, like part of the cracks in the sky make me think of like either like the
What
like
happened?
illusion.
What happened before Illuminance banished you?
I was just about to say that. Was that Rodden?
No, that was
I
Hibbert.
said that. Oh, that's Hibbert. I was just about to say that.
We were in
Hibbert.
Stokes' office. We were searching for.
Well,
Oh, good, Chris.
well, yeah, we were searching for the thing, but I kept thinking about our conversation with Wanda. What did we tell Wanda right before all of this happened?
We were gonna kill the
We
dragon
told her we were gonna go see a dragon.
And I can't.
because it
risk
might help
that.
us. Yeah.
What did you say, Ron?
And he said he couldn't risk us doing that.
He said, yeah, you're too much of a risk. He didn't say what it was about, but if we went to
I'm
go
saying if
see
you're
and talk to a
relating it to
dragon,
him.
yeah, then I could see that being.
So it's
He's
possible that Illuminance really doesn't want you to go see that dragon.
another reason why I want
Yeah.
to do it.
And Wanda obviously didn't know because she was like, fine, do what you want. She was annoyed we weren't going straight to Zangul, but like,
She
didn't
didn't
care.
seem to.
But she did say she was going to tell Illuminance everything we said.
And she just said it was a waste of time. But yeah,
I-
she wouldn't know anything probably about that.
I think Wanda's the same position I'm in, where I was
Yeah.
tricked. If you truly is lying about everything,
Yeah.
she's in the same spot I am.
But she still
Yeah.
wanted us to go kill Zangul. Like those were your orders. Why are you disobeying him?
Yeah. Well, it makes sense why Illuminance would want us to kill Zangul.
If he was
What I'm
out,
saying
like,
is, what are their purposes on these runes? So it obviously didn't care that Jargazon and Boyd's down and wanted Column gone so we could weaken Zangul. But why care that the dragon's still there? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
what's
it sounds like Zangul isn't part of it.
aligned with him?
Yeah. He's against
And-
him.
I just don't understand what that what their purpose is on this rune is.
That's
I mean,
what if
Zangul?
Does
part of what I'm
Zangul
trying to
even have a rune? That's
Yeah, we don't
I
know
think
if
a
he
big
might not.
question.
That's a good point.
there could only be 3. Honestly, there might only be 3 or 4 I guess. We know about 2 more.
Yeah.
So maybe Zangul doesn't even have a rune.
Zangul
Maybe,
sounds like he's on the outs from
Mhm.
Yeah.
this whole thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, the dragon was like making fun of him and stuff. And so if Zangul is the only person of like these big boss people that are causing a fuss and messing up his plans, it makes sense why they'd be like, get Zangul, get Zangul.
Yeah. And he might be sort of in a maybe he's kind of like a Stokes where he doesn't have a rune, doesn't have a lot of power, doesn't really have much to do with anything besides just being I don't know. I'm not sure.
Mark, I know Ren's been kind of trying to keep a loose map.
Yeah, I'm watching your cursor go around on the map right now.
Yeah, right. Like just curious. Is the distance from these runes from Beacon the same? If you like took like a simple measuring thing, are they like roughly the same distance?
Yeah, if you estimate it, it's roughly about the same.
So then, if he's following the line between the dragon and the Sun El or the Sanctum, I mean, I'm trying to kind of go through Beacon. Is there a place that through Hillcrest would make sense to the north? It'd be in the forest that we've already explored, right?
Yeah, that'd be in the forest somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. Granted, we never really went north too much, but
Yeah.
he was just I don't know, just trying to see if it was the same distance where it could be, and we could go check it out.
What? Just up the north somewhere?
If we have one in the east, west, south, and middle, then if we take the same distance from the south and follow it up north to that spot, just to see if anything is somewhere around there.
I'd say yes if my dad wasn't.
100%. Yeah. There's no point. I mean, we have no reason to think that right now.
Yeah. But
Unless
I mean,
we-
I guess if we're able to help everyone, then maybe that would be a good thing to look at.
If we poof to the moon elves and check the compass, but I don't know how worthwhile that is right now.
Yeah. Okay.
So I
So-
guess our
Go ahead.
no, I was to say I guess would it be potentially worth it or more trouble if we went to Zangul first? He would have have information, but he might have to kill him. I don't
I
know.
think we
And
try and reach
also,
out to him first before we go to him.
is he more useful if he's alive, since he's kind of a nuisance to like, I don't know. I'm not sure because think about it, if we
Just looking adoringly into your
That's
face.
a great idea.
like, no, I agree. That distracted me. I'm sorry. I'm like, wow, she's
was
really
so
supportive. But yeah,
I've been watching 98
um,
episodes. I'm invested.
she's like, I'm here for it.
Well,
Especially since she's not
figure
usually
it out.
I know. She's not usually the nuisance either. She just usually sits down here, like stares at me from down there, so she wanted to be in the episode today. Yeah, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, it basically, if Zangul's gone though, the only, like, let's say we go and talk to him, and let's say we have to fight him because let's say his only goal is just soul eating and
Yeah.
doesn't really care about anything else. Then after that, we may be enemy number one. Do you know what I mean? That's my only fear, is if we fight him, and then we might make it more. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Enemy
flip
number
side-
one to who? I heard
Luminance, apparently.
You don't
I
think
guess
you're already
Illuminance.
up there? He banished you.
That's true. That's true.
We're going to be number one eventually.
That's
not
true.
already.
It's more just I'm more just thinking about timing, like how to time it correctly. But I also don't feel great about going straight back in with the dragon without any more knowledge, or like I'd
Well,
rather know.
If Zangul is willing to ally with us shortly and can see through darkness and see a shadow thing, you might not be the worst ally to have momentarily.
Yeah.
Looking at Rodden during this whole conversation.
Yeah, I mean,
and
Ryan
Leslie.
looks
Kinda think about
extremely
that.
nervous this whole time,
Uh-huh.
but he just looks up to you. I mean, maybe going to talk to him might be informative.
Either
But
way,
You
yeah.
you can get out of there if it gets bad, right?
Yeah.
I think that would be the time we do get out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
We could always stick together and like keep. I guess that we could decide if there's a point where things get bad, we all just go around Karis and try and poof away.
I
We
don't
just
think we
try
ever
and
stay away
close to
from
each
her.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got my aura. I'll cast blast the whole time.
I don't know if I want
Worst
to
comes to
go.
wor-
I don't.
I
know.
don't think you should
I
go.
don't
wanna
think
No,
you should either. Yeah.
I don't want you to either. I
guess
don't know how mad he would be at you still.
Yeah, I can get you guys there, but I don't want to go.
Yeah, don't go.
Okay.
It's okay. I don't think we'd want you to.
Let's just
Mhm.
say, for the sake of planning and being diligent, we can't leave. Is that a
Uh-huh.
problem if we decide to go? Either way, sounds like we're gonna have to take him out.
Wait. Oh,
Same
wait.
goal.
We can't leave, but we decide to go? What?
I'm saying if we do decide to go visit him and talk to him, and he
Uh-huh.
has a way to keep us from leaving,
Oh. Uh-huh.
whether he has a version of counterspell like you have, or something about his own magic that would prevent us from leaving. I mean, obviously, something is out there messing with our magic
Mm-hmm.
to
I wonder
try
if
and
he would
make you.
know.
Oh, I mean, if we're moving into what the next step is,
Uh-huh.
to me, this sounds like Zangul could be more beneficial to get information, whether it turns out he's going to be with us or against us. We can confirm things, we can get more information he knows. And if we can get allied with against the dragon, because if he's against Illuminance, we'll be against the dragon. Even
I
if
just-
he gives us weaknesses. Sorry, go ahead. My bad.
So I feel okay talking to him, but when we get more into do we have him help us, that's where I get nervous. I'm not saying it's a
100%.
bad
Yeah.
idea necessarily, but I just don't know if
I don't like it either. I'm just putting it on the
Yeah.
table.
Also, we should probably, if we are going to talk to him, we should probably decide beforehand what we're going to tell and we aren't. I'm gonna look at Ren kind of like side eye. So we're probably gonna decide what we
Sorry,
say and
I
what we
thought
don't.
we were already fighting. I didn't think he'd let us leave anyway, and I was
Honestly, I
trying to
didn't either.
see.
I
I
didn't
was
really
trying
either.
to
It's
test
not,
how allied he was with Illuminance. That if we could work to his pride and be like, "Hey, man, we'll work with you if you want to work with." I mean, that was the whole point of us going, was to get him to
we thought we didn't realize.
work
I mean,
with us.
it was an unexpected.
I think he was-
I know
well,
that was
no,
on me.
road.
There's-
I take
Yeah.
that one.
There's a little bit of a glare from Rodden at you when you say that.
Yeah, no,
but-
I know. That was all on me. It's all on me. I'm just
Wait, what did Ron
Um,
glare at?
Glares at Renan.
For
that
what though?
again
Just that
is-
he did it? Oh.
that we could have left without fighting, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he thought we were a threat until you said that. No offense, Ron.
No, I know. I realized I opened up my mouth.
Okay.
I
So I think we
learned
should.
not to talk. in these moments.
But I think it would be good to have a united front though, on what we're sharing, what we aren't. Like obviously that really depends on, because we weren't expecting the dragon to be allied with Illuminance. I was expecting him to be just
Yeah.
some random outlier who didn't really care.
Yeah, I thought that too.
But or on the very off chance maybe a little friendly. But yeah, obviously it's not the case. So I'm thinking that if he does even allow us to speak with him at all, or if he does even want to talk to us, how forthcoming do we want to be about what we know and
Right.
what's happened? I don't think we should tell him about the runes. I think we should, unless maybe he
No,
might know.
we should. Honestly,
point of talking to him.
honestly,
That's true.
I think he's one of the only people we should say
That's
basically
true.
everything to, because he probably already knows. He might be the
true.
most likely one to say something to us, and we know he hates Illuminance. So if
And he
we
might
can
have knowledge on what they actually are, or if he doesn't have a rune, he may not be bound to not talk about it. Who knows?
the only thing I would say is that
Mhm.
we probably can't talk about like we shouldn't talk about Rodden, or where he is or who he's with or anything like that.
Yes.
We shouldn't talk about my family or people or your family Ryo or your family Ren
Yeah.
or where anybody is. Information like that, I feel like that he
Sure.
could maybe use later would be a bad thing. But
Strictly Illuminance runes.
it's all the
Let's
stuff we
not-
found, you know?
Yeah.
Let's not mention that I killed Column either. Let's just not mention that either, if we can help it. I don't know.
I don't think it's the first thing we should say, but I mean,
No.
at the same time, if it gets to it later on, I mean, we both still have the same enemy, regardless.
yeah.
The enemy of your enemy is your friend or ally. Friend.
Well, and okay, we have, if we're going to try to talk to him, I have the stone that Column has. So
Right. Yeah.
he,
That's true.
unless we're
obviously not
suddenly
hurtful.
become the best liars in the world, which I doubt, then
He may know.
Well, we don't
he
need to
might-
antagonize him. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I almost, if it's we were dumb and now we're not, maybe it's enough.
Hey, things have
We
changed.
could-
You realize maybe you guys aren't as wrong as you've been saying. Can we parlay? Can we talk?
Maybe he knows a way to get Mr. Shaw out too.
Unbanished.
Yeah.
Also, we could try the whole demon method of if he asks us a question and we're not confident in our lying skills, we could just completely not answer, just be silent and not say anything about it.
A
Obviously not.
demon method.
Demon method. I was gonna say
Yeah.
that.
So at least it'd
Demon
be something.
method.
Because
Reminds me
they
of the
just
guy
are.
when I did Zone of Truth.
So,
Yeah, they just gloss right over it.
Hibbert will just kind of. So you're saying you're going to Zangul. That's what you're doing.
We might talk to him first. And see.
We might see if he even wants to talk to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't want to kill this dragon if it's going to do something bad. because of the rune thing.
Killing the dragon, I don't think would do.
Okay.
The rune would be separate from the dragon. It's protecting it, you know.
I can't tell the demon compass isn't good enough.
Yeah,
I don't think it's the dragon.
If we find
I
out
think
from Zangle first, it might
yeah.
at least help us make that decision.
You guys do what you have to do. You seem like you're on top of things. But he takes a moment, says a little prayer. You guys feel invigorated with power as you all gain 15 extra hit points.
Yay! Thank
Oh.
you.
As he casts 8 on the 3 of you.
Thanks, Hebert.
That is very helpful, so that way I don't have to do that.
And
15, right?
15, yep. But yeah, I believe in you. And Gwen, I do too. Run. I do too.
I will. I'm gonna look at like Hibbert and Gwen and all them and be like, do you guys know if you have any extra arrows or anything I my gun got taken from me, so I need more range stuff. If again we're having demons that can fly and things like that. Do you know if anyone has any here? I don't want to take resources away from the camp, but I also don't want to go into this with 30 arrows. It feels nerve-wracking.
Gwen kind of looks at you and knows somebody who has a bow.
We could take him. Do you think he'd want to come with us after?
No, you could get arrows from him.
Okay, I didn't know if he wanted to come with us. Okay, all right.
No offense, I'd rather take Rodden than Edsel at this point.
Yeah,
I'd say I'll still probably really weak.
He's still really tired right now too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Also,
All right.
At the loss of having my Beacon of Hope up, I can make that bow magical for you.
How so? You mean like for the moment or permanently?
For the moment, I'd have to focus on it. I took that spell today, knowing that, but
Doesn't that
use
make
as
your
a-
healing better though?
it
Yeah,
does.
I'd
But
say-
sometimes we don't need that right off the bat. I mean, I'm just saying if we get a couple hits in.
Are you
'cause
talking
I
about
remember,
for Zangul or are you talking about for the dragon?
For
yes.
I'd say in
Me
all
more the
things,
dragon, but
I'd say I can do that as an absolute last resort if you don't have any if it looks like
if
we're not able to.
anything, it would be right off the bat.
first?
Is what I'm saying,
Okay.
because I noticed against, I think Boyd, you were barely doing any damage.
Yeah.
And you're a hard hitter. If we can make it where these arrows hit better.
Hibbert
It's
will
against this-
say, I'll
Go
let you guys all plan everything out. This is getting
Oh.
really cramped for me. My knees are starting to ache a little
Sorry.
bit. I'm gonna, if you have nothing else, I'm gonna go. You can let you guys plan. Does that
Okay.
work? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks,
So,
Cyber. Thanks for your help. Be
Meeting-
careful. Oh, also.
Yeah.
Really fast before the meeting ends. Just be careful about if you can just either write things down, like burn them, whatever. Just try. We don't know how much Illuminance can listen. Again, we're not in the city, so it might be fine. But just you never know. So just be careful about what we disclose and
How you
outside.
tell, like
how you tell.
Mr.
Yeah.
Curtis. Yeah.
So
But you can tell them everything.
yes, of course. So people start to leave as you guys prepare for whatever's next. And I think we're gonna end the session there, so we can let you guys have some time to prepare. So thank you everyone for joining us today. I really do appreciate everyone coming along and supporting our players, showing all kinds of love to them, and making us all feel so special that you feel like we're worth your time on a Sunday afternoon or whenever you're watching later. So sign off the recording. Thank you for watching. You guys are all awesome. See you all soon. Bye.